and alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare. Don't stare 'cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. I used to kiss your head when you cried for me. Hold your hand while the pain was over. Keep you warm by the roaring sea. You meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. My darling dear, you're never here. When I'm in pain, you hide and disappear. Like shadows in the atmosphere, charting the stratosphere. Yeah. I prayed for you and kept you near, in hopes you'd chase away my fears. I'm on my own, you made it so, and now I'm chasing nightmares through. I used to run with you through the great big leaves, laugh at you when you laugh at me. Hope for us because I believe the home was just you and me. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, I'm gonna do this on my own. No point in blaming you, you did not know. Oh, I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. S2, give me that loyalty. S2, give me that loyalty. Cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. Cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, calling me. They'll be calling me, calling me. They'll be calling me royalty.
Welcome back, everybody, to AK's stream on this beautiful Thursday evening. I'm joined here by DTN, the man, the myth, the legend, for this upcoming game against Bemidji versus the Miracles. CT, are you excited for this one?
Oh, I am so excited. I have not gone to see my Rising Star team play before, but
Ooh,
I mean, we got some bangers on the Miracle side, and I am ready for a nice match here.
yeah, this Miracles, I believe they finished top 4 in Major 1, if I remember correctly. Um, that is, what I would expect from a roster of Blue, Ryu, and Jax.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, obviously we're not starting quite yet, but I'll go right into my prediction for the series. I'm probably going to take the Miracles here. I've seen Bemidji play well against good teams. So, they seem to be able to rise to their opponents. So they'll maybe take a game or two, but I'm gonna go Miracles in 4 on this one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's going to come to a surprise to anyone, but I am also going to go Miracles. They did get top four in LAN. They're the fourth seed playing against the 15 seed, and it's my franchise. So I'm going for a full sweep. I kind of ate my words
Ooh.
last series by saying it was going to be a sweep, but I am saying a sweep once again because it's actually going to happen this time.
I could, if I didn't say in 4, I would agree with you that this could be a sweep. But it looks like the players are probably ready. So we're going to tell them to go for it here. Oh,
Yeah.
never mind. Ryu says wait, as if he tells me what to do. That's unbelievable.
Well, unfortunately, we are kind of just waiting for players. I can't just cast nothing.
Oh man. Controller fell out the window. I don't know if I believe that. I'm gonna need proof.
Yeah, I mean,
I just got done with my only game today. Obviously you were streaming that one, so maybe there's some
mhm.
crossover with the audience from AK's stream to your stream for that series. But yeah, as you mentioned, it was closer than it had to be. I think
Oh,
I'm gonna give some props to the Green Bay Knights. I think they played better than what we would originally give them credit for. But yeah, we would have liked to win that one in 3 or 4, I think.
yeah, no, I mean, the Knights definitely came out with some aggression, and I think it was games 3 and 4 that looked really good, but
Yep.
I was just surprised of they just came out with so much so fast. But back to
Yep.
this match, we have Slender, Chris with a K, and Ender Dude. Does not look like Ben Storm is playing, even though he's technically on the main roster, versus Ryoju, Jackson, Bluey. And I mean, looking at that Miracle squad, I don't know how anyone could vote against them.
And, I was unaware of the fact that Bemidji would be playing with a sub today. I assumed it would be their full roster. So I'm actually going to change my prediction now that I know that to agree with you on a sweep. If I had known they were playing with a sub, I probably would have said that at the beginning. But I think Ben's an underrated player, man. I think he brings a lot to a team, and without him on the pitch today, I think they're gonna feel it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I got to be on his franchise last season. He subbed in for Lan, and I mean, I think in another day we might have had a good chance at running for it because Ben just he can be that X factor. But now with this Bemidji squad without him, I think Chris with a K is supposed to be their quote unquote like carry slash solo player, and I just haven't seen him play before, so I don't know if he's going to be able to get over that with an entire Miracle squad who will. They don't really have a solo player. They kind of just have three good players to play off of each other.
I've casted one other game with Bemidji, so I've got to see Chris with a K play one other time. And I agree with you. He's on this team to kind of be that solo player. But the first time I saw him play, he wasn't doing a ton of that stuff. He was definitely playing solid and helping out his team, but there's really no flash, no solo playability that I saw the first time. So I think today, if they want to win against this Miracles team, he's gonna need to bring a lot more of that. Because like you said, this Minneapolis team is just so well rounded that
Mhm.
like maybe team plays will work, but I feel like they're gonna be able to cover their net so well that a solo play might have to be what gets them their goals. I guess we'll see soon enough.
Yeah, I mean, he also has two teammates in Ender Dude and Slender, both great players on their own. It's just with that caliber of opponents, I don't know if that's going to be enough. I know Ender Dude was high-ish on my draft list for the that third round pick. I think I had him going like high, middle, third round, and I had Slender as like a really good second round pick. But I think I had Jax, Ryoju, and Bluey all as either first round or second round picks
I
here.
don't. I wouldn't blame you for that
But
at all.
I mean,
So
they're holding their own. I mean,
so far, yeah,
nothing.
just some back and forth. Even some pressure from Bemidji early in this game. Obviously, they haven't scored a goal yet, but they were getting some things on net as
Oh,
Jax high flying
caster
blade
curse.
shot. Yeah, that was kind of a caster curse. That's on me. A good pass middle from Ryuji, just too high for any lumberjacks to get up to, and he must have calmed it because Jax was up early for that one and slotted that one home. Early lead for Minneapolis.
Yeah, that just seemed like the pinnacle of caster curse. Of well, they haven't been scored on yet. At
Yeah,
the same time, though, they played it well. They had three defenders in net. They had most of the net covered. It's just a slot comes in, but now Chris with a K almost able to get it past the last one, but Jax just clears that out immediately, and all the pressure is negated.
yeah. This Minneapolis team, I was about to keep talking, but Ryuji
Hmm.
shut me up with their second goal. Let's see what happened here. Jax no boost on the wall, got it around to Chris with a touch to middle. Probably not where he wanted that to go if I had to guess.
Hmm.
But Ryuji just waiting there for that missed touch and an open net there for 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, if I was a Benici player, I would honestly just say unlucky. Just a
Yeah.
bad 50 comes out. Can't really beat yourself up on that. But I do kind of want to see more plays out
Ooh,
as
get in
Chris
there.
with the kick
No way.
just barely goes
There
wide,
we
and Ender
go.
Dude is able to get it in.
I
Just
was
a
gonna
great
say
speed from them.
Blue looked really slow to get to this ball down here, but then I saw he had absolutely zilch in the tank. Has to try and double jump, and our dude just has the boost to get over him. Not a ton. Maybe Blue could have jumped a little bit earlier, but tough spot there with no boost and the ball kind of bouncing up in front of his net. I'm not gonna harp on him too much about that. But a great retaliation from Bemidji to turn this game to one. Chris with a bump, maybe a shot opportunity, a miss there from Ender doing another shot from Slendy once backboard to clear that away. Ender Dude trying to slow touch. There's no one in net right now. Shot comes on. Great save, but another shot comes on. But Bemidji has tied up this game. It is 2-2.
And I mean, it looks so awkward, but it does not matter. The end result is the same. It is in the back of their net. And honestly, that shows that if Bemidji really just trusts their teammates, plays with some confidence, they can definitely take games and ultimately the series off this Miracle squad. It's just the Miracle squad has so much chance as well to just block that out as Bluey is now looking for something center. Slender with a slight mistouch, but Jax just barely goes high. But Blue just keeps up that pressure. Ryoju unable to get it, and now we might be looking for a third goal for the Bemidji.
Yeah, I think from Bemidji, it's gonna like I would say that they've had the ball on the Miracles half more so than vice versa so far this game. It's just gonna take that consistent pressure on the as a shot comes on there from Jack, saved away by Ender Dude. But yeah, it's another close shot from Jax. He just can't quite find the net here. Maybe another shot from Jax. He has no boost, trying to make something happen in the corner. Solid bump there on Chris, who has absolutely no boost. He'll turn back and let Underdude take over. A good 50 there. A shot maybe coming on from Chris for the K there. Slendy tries to put it on net. Ryuji covers the backboard well and is going to slow this down, rightfully so. Great fake on one. Has the ball. Doesn't have boost, but I don't think the opponents know that. Maybe a intentional fake there. Potential shot here, 50 in from Slendy, and it's bounced away by Blue.
Yeah, and I mean, our predictions look a little silly now with how this first game has turned out. But Ryoju almost gets it on 0 seconds, but just barely right on it. And we are going to our first overtime on our first game here.
And you could see on that last shot from Ryuji there, he didn't have any boost. He already used his jump, so he tried to bring down the hood of his car to get a little more pop on the ball, which is the right thing to do, but he just hit it too much to the right. He had the right idea, though, on that shot attempt for sure.
Yeah, and what's scary though against this Bemidji squad is the Miracles seem like they're getting warmed up right now. It looks like they're slowly getting those passing plays and aggressive plays as Jax just barely isn't in. He'll put it back center though. Ryoju is able to get one touch, but it is just banged out by Chris with a K. Miracles desperately trying to get that to stay in, and the Bemidji are just a little awkward, but they're finally on a counterattack.
Okay.
Blue is able to quite easily get that out though, and most of the pressure is over. Ender Dude puts it up. A double commit for the Miracles, but it doesn't matter.
Great bump there from Slim. Is this a
Oh,
2-0?
no.
Is this a 2-0? This is a 2-0. Oh my god. How is that not in the net? Oh, Bemidji wants that one back. I know Chris does. I can't believe that's not a goal.
And Bluey, for some reason, pre-jumped that save. He was pre-jumped a long time ago, and the Miracles are, for some reason, just on the back foot, but no one is able to rotate back, and Enerdu just puts in that final open net there.
That's a great first game from Bemidji. They shut both me and you up, CT. I mean, my original prediction was 1, but I left that prediction to go with you on the sweep train, so we both look like fools. I mean, that game, they just had a lot of pressure. Like, there were some defensive breakdowns on the Minneapolis side, which I didn't expect to see too much of in this game. But, yeah, Bemidji just taking advantage of their chances. I mean, holy shots. They have, 19 shots as a team? I actually don't know if I've seen a number that high this season for any team. That's ridiculous. I mean, yeah, you should be scoring 3 or more goals if you're putting on 19 shots.
Yeah, and like just looking at the shots, the Miracles only had 8 shots out of that entire thing. They made them count as they got 2 of those in, but with 19 shots, that's a lot of saves that need to happen, and the Miracles really have to show that they have 3 great players and just start playing around the Bemidji squad because they've been taking too many 50s, too many bad challenges, and I know that all 3 of these players can play so much better than what we just saw.
And yeah, going back to that shots, usually in this game it's quality over quantity. But I mean, well, that's true. That's a great job from Blue. That's this, teaming with him 2 seasons ago. This is exactly what I would expect to see. This guy's mechanical. He's a challenger player. This is just the kind of stuff he can do. And yeah, there's really not much Chris can do there to read that. That's great control and a great shot there from Blue.
Yeah, and talking about the quality over quantity, that is quality at its finest.
Yep.
As Chris with a K is gonna
Oh!
go on his own, but just barely isn't able to get it, but Slendy is able to get it back over. Ryoji with 0 gets over to Jax.
Wow.
They're trying to release some pressure, but Chris with that K is able to not get anything down. Ryoji finally relieving that big pressure that Bemidji brought there.
Oh, that's a great demo from Slendy. Is that just open? That is! I'm not sure if Chris meant to shoot this. I guess we'll see in just a second. This was a great demo on Slendy to take away their last player. Wow! Are you kidding me? That is an insane shot to put that on net from that angle. Again, not sure if that's an intentional shot or not, but my goodness, what an angle there from
I
Chris.
think it was intentional because Slendy, it looked like she probably called out that demo even. And I
Yeah.
mean, just insane props to Chris with that K, though. I don't even know what type of angle he has. Ender Dude, though, is
Oh!
on the back foot. It goes off of the right post once again, but they're not out of the woods yet. They still have some pressure to relieve. Jax down to the Ryoji. Ryoji almost gets under Ender Dude, but he is able to slightly get it out, but with 0 boost. Miracles are gonna try to pick this up, but they make
Oh
it scary
my.
for some reason, and Ender Dude just takes his opportunity.
Yeah, so what went on here? So Ryuji thought that he was touching this back to blue. Maybe there's some miscommunication on just how far back blue was, because that little light touch actually just set up Ender Dude for a pretty easy shot if he could just get it over one. And that's exactly what he did. Man, Bemidji really is just shutting us up, CT. Looking like absolute fools out here. 2-1 with 3. I mean, yeah, and that's a lot of goals in just a minute. Another potential shot there from Minneapolis, but great defense there from Bemidji to take it away, as Bemidji just looks to keep the pressure on the orange half like they've been doing all series so far.
At the same time, though, the Bemidji have a fourth teammate on the field called the Post that has saved quite a few of the shots so far, as Roji isn't able to quite get that one on either. And although it looks like Bemidji is playing better right now, as soon as that Miracle Squad finds either each other or the back of the net, it is over. As I have no clue what happened there. Bluey is setting up for a solo play, can't get the flipper set. Ender Dude is able to get up there, but Jack's able to pick it up. He's trying to go for a solo play, but is denied. Bluey is now going to have his own chance for that solo play. But again, denied with the Bemidji almost all 0, but it doesn't matter as Enderdude puts one on shot and Bluey just is
Oh!
awkward in net.
This is just uncharacteristic for what I know of these Minneapolis players. Good job from Energy putting this on. A backflip from Ryuji, and Blue just somehow can't get to that ball. It wasn't moving terribly fast, but I just don't think he expected maybe a Ryuji miss to get past him. I mean, I'm astounded, CT. Like, I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Yeah, I mean, I know the Miracle players themselves are probably even beating themselves up if they know that they can play a lot better than this, as Bluey is going for his own solo play to show it. But, I mean, we really haven't seen any of the greatness,
Oh,
and Jax is almost playing for Bemidji there, but
they
it's
might have
gonna
a fifth
work out in
teammate.
a weird way. Ryoji with his own solo play trying to go for stuff, but, I mean, it looks like this is Bemidji's game to take.
Blue trying to make something happen, takes a 50 to his wall, has the boost to make something happen, goes slow, goes under one, and tries to get a 50. That's a great 50, but just slightly too high. Another somewhat threatening shot from Ryuji, another somewhat threatening shot from Blue. Jax needs to go way up to find this one. Another good 50 from Chris. I mean, Bemidji's playing solid defense. They're not, okay. I don't
You
know
gotta
how
talk more about their defense more often.
I don't know how this keeps happening. It's like I knew they were gonna score here, so that's why I said something.
At the same time, though, that is a slot and a
Yeah.
half from Roji there of just a great placement from him.
And Minneapolis is gonna need one or more than one of those if they want to win this game, as they're still down one. Bemidji, that early lead of 2 goals helps give them a little bit of a buffer. Jax didn't get that mid boost, but is trying to find his way around all the players. He is doing it. This could be a shot from Ryuji. Can't quite find it. Chris believed it. I believed it.
I was a believer in it too. I I mean, Bemidji, though, such low boost. All of them except for Andrew, but some hero plays might be coming out. Chris with the K tries to get a shot on, but a great save by Roji. Slender trying to get it out, is able to get to Chris with the K. The counterattack is trying to happen, but Ender Dude is now the only one up. A shot might be taking, but it's now scary for Bemidji. Never mind. The ball's just kind of floating everywhere now.
Oh, what a shot, what a save, what another save from Bemidji, staying stoic on their back line. That one looked a little bit dicey. And that one could have just as easily found its way to the back of the net. But Bemidji finding a way to keep it out. Jax, no boost, trying to get some sort of a double tap. Chris, no boost, can't really do a ton. Good 50 from Ender Dude. All of Minneapolis is on the blue half. A potential shot coming from Slendy because no one's back. Jax manages to get back. Slendy faking the back pass as Minneapolis tries to strike some offense here with all three players up again. They need one, I guess, so it shouldn't come as a surprise. A great bang, though, from Blue. Not blue like the color blue I meant. To get it. Oh, it's just
no.
fake or something. And Bemidji's going to go up 2-0. Are you kidding me?
And I mean,
Oh,
the series ain't over by any margin,
no.
but this just doesn't look like the Miracle Squad I know and love. They're awkward in so many areas, and I hope that they take the full minute here because I feel like they kind of need it. But at the same time, I think the true MVP for Bemidji there was the fourth teammate who just saved shot after shot, shots going on the right post, the top post. The Miracles could not find the net on their shots.
Bemidji shooting 4 for 6 in that one. Really good showing from them. Shout out Ender, dude, man. He might be last on the leaderboard, but he scored 2 goals. He had a nice save, I remember, and even last game he played well. He's filling the role for Ben Storm phenomenally so far in these first 2 games, and I think he's a big reason why they're up 2-0.
And we just got news that Bemidji is coming off of a win already. They were looking at a pretty unfortunate 0-6, but they did get their first win earlier tonight, and maybe this is the change that they wanted. Maybe Ben just decided that he wasn't meshing too well with his teammates and was able to be that person that just says, I think you guys play better with Ender Dude, and maybe this is their new squad because they are looking pretty decent. I think that the Miracles definitely have a lot more potential to win this, but the Bemidji squad is definitely making a big run for their money.
I think what you mentioned about Ben, maybe making that decision, that definitely could be what happened, and if it is what happened, that's a really mature decision from Ben there to recognize what's better for the team. If that's what happened, I still, I would still assume that that Chris, Ben, and Slender is the best lineup that this team can roll out. But for today, at least, it's Enderdude's playing well, like I said.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to have to be a decision with Enderdude because he's playing phenomenally. With this pressure is so much, and I truly think it's mostly Enderdude that's keeping up their pressure because the random shots are keeping the Miracles honest, and sometimes they're just not, and they go in. As Chris has a chance at net, but just goes high, and now Enderdude with a chance. Enderdude, I might be becoming an Enderdude stan.
Number one, if there are 0 Underdude fans, I'm dead. Yeah, this Bemidji team it's an onslaught. Like, Minneapolis can't get it out of their half for more than 10 seconds without it coming back from a Bemidji attack. I mean, these guys have more pressure than a sinus infection.
I don't think I've heard anyone make that comment, but it is true that the Miracles just can't really get out. But as I say that, Jax, finally, the fourth defender doesn't save it. And a great pass and an even better shot. There's nothing you can do against that play.
That's just an incredible shot. I mean, no one was back in the net for Bemidji, but even if they were, Like, even I'm not saving that. Like, come on. Like, that's a phenomenal shot from Jax.
Yeah, but Bemidji again just keeping up the pressure. They don't really care about what the score line might be. They're just gonna keep up this pressure as Jax comes with an interesting fake. Almost works out in their favor, but now it's just kind of going back to Bane ball into their corners.
Ryuji trying to take it slow, ended with a bump. Potential, wow. And that fourth teammate is, for Bemidji, is now starting to be a fourth teammate for Minneapolis, as that's 2 post-in shots when, the prior 2 games, their post connections have not been going in the net. So, law of averages, this was kind of bound to happen.
Yeah, and either way, I mean, there's a great attempt on it where they had a 2-on-1. The second person was coming in for a demo. It's just Blue probably called him off and knew that he could get it past that last defender. And I mean, not to say this is what I was looking for as a miracle squad, but this is kind of what I expected of just the plays that they do get are just so hard to save, and they have so much potential to go almost anywhere. As Ender Dude almost has a chance, Chris with K isn't able to get it in, but now this is an open net for Miracles, and they
Yep.
take it. Yup.
Yep. In game 3, Minneapolis is playing like they know they can reverse sweep. They're playing like they're they're playing like they haven't lost an ounce of confidence in themselves. And that's how you have to go about this. Yeah, being down 0-2 is unfortunate, but it's a 5-game series. Like it's not over yet. And they're playing like they know that, which is good to see.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe some confidence coming off of that first win for the series, but either way, it's just they do not look like a team that has been struggling the entire season. As Ender Dude, my favorite player on the pitch, puts one into the net once again.
Ender Goat. This guy just can't stop making plays. He's allergic to not making plays. Anytime the Bemidji Lumberjacks need him, like you need a goal there. Three goals in 2 minutes. That's doable, but it's not easy. Like you needed a goal very, very soon there if you want a chance to get 2 more. And that's exactly what he did.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, this is the type of third man that you need on a really solid squad of maybe he's not getting all the points per game. He's not like super flashy, but he is just so constantly on it and so constantly touching the ball correctly. As this one goes straight to Slender, almost gets a redirect on it, but an unfortunate 50 now puts them on the defensive. And I mean, Bluey has a shot, 50 by Slender, and now Chris unable to get over the last defender there. Jax trying to get something to happen is over one. Ryoju is up, but isn't quite able to get that one in.
That was a good flying in save there from Chris because that one looked pretty bleak. Slendy with no boost, gonna try and put this one middle. Chris also with no boost. Ender also with no boost. None of them have any boost. Almost finds a way to slot that in. Slendy's gonna have to go for this one. Blue thought he maybe had a flip there. That was a shot opportunity from Ender Dude, but just slightly to the left. That's a good pop from Jax to get it over the last player. Slendy handling this from the backboard. No boosting, can't continue. It's going to have to be Ender Dude as he gets beat. Chris thought he was going to catch that maybe, but didn't. It doesn't matter though because Slendy was there to save the pretty easy shot. And unless they score like literally right now, which, Ender Dude's shooting, so that could happen. This one might be over, and it's going to be, yeah, this is what you expect. Like, I would have been pretty surprised if Bemidji came away with this with a sweep. Just because the Miracles are too good to let that happen to themselves. But, yeah, some much-needed confidence going into Game 4 for the Miracles.
Yeah, but at the same time, a reverse sweep is kind of a tall order no matter what the circumstances are. So, although they looked like they kind of took that in dominant fashion, they need to get 2 more. And 2 of their goals kind of almost had that luck aspect where it hit the corner and went in. And if we had something like game 2 there where it just doesn't go in, Bemidji can very easily steal one more goal. I mean, one more game and take the series. But also, looking at that scoreboard, only 6 shots from Bemidji. We started with 19 in game 1, and now they're only at 6. I gotta see more aggression from them. I need to see more shots coming out.
To be fair, I think 19 is a pretty big outlier. Like I said, I don't think I've seen that in a single game in my life from a team. Like that, 19 is incredible. But I mean, hey, if
Mhm.
you could find a way to get double-digit shots every game, I think that's going to bode well for you. I don't even know how you get 19 shots. I should do the math on how many that is per second or like per minute, because that's incredible.
Yeah, I mean that's just under 4 shots a minute, which is pretty insane.
That's yeah, that's called pressure right there.
But
Four
again,
shots a
going down
minute.
all the way to 6 is a little crazy and just not what you want to see. And I mean, 4 of the shots were from Chris with the K, which like it's great to have your first man be getting those shots as Slender just goes missing on it.
Chris was awkward in no man's land here with no boost. He didn't know if he should go or if he should back up, but he was kind of in between the both of them. And that is just barely fast enough from Ryu to get past the last two Lumberjack defenders. That's unfortunate. I think Chris would have probably positioned himself slightly different if he could have that play back. But
Oh.
obviously hindsight's 2020.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're the Miracles, that's the confidence that you want to have, though, that you're just gonna start getting goals because you're probably demoralizing them a little bit. Bemidji might have thought that they were gonna come out with a nice sweep, but I mean, they're not gonna go down that easy, and I think that we're gonna see a very aggressive Miracles, hopefully.
And I mean, yeah, like we saw Blue's flip recycle earlier. Like we know he has that capability. He can. I mean, I think he can hit almost any shot on the pitch. So I would love to see maybe another flash in the pan shot from him, because I know he's got it in him. To really put this game away and not even give Bemidji a chance to end this series.
But as you're saying it, it seems like they're struggling to do it. They definitely want to have the pressure, but Bemidji's making it very hard, and Chris
Ah,
with a K
oh,
just forcing them to be honest, and that Ryoji just
and
pushed
they're
way
lying.
too far up.
Yeah, that's great awareness from Chris. I don't know if he saw that there was no one quite back, but he definitely saw an opening to bang this downfield, and he took it. And that's good awareness from him to get that downfield quickly and not let any miracles. They kind of caught him off guard. They probably didn't expect a touch like that from his car angle, but that's good on him.
Yeah, I mean, trying to make it two has a nice
Lucky.
pass to Ender, dude. Almost gets it back to Chris, but I mean, the pressure is still there. Slender has a double tap opportunity. Blue is able to get one touch over to Jax. He's going to try to do something, but Chris is immediately shutting that down. And now the Miracles with such a little boost on the defensive third. The onslaught might start, but Bluey able to just relieve almost all that pressure in one touch. Slender with a demo. Bluey has to get just a bad touch over it. And I mean, it it almost looks like it's Bemidji's game again.
Yeah, halfway through the game, 1 goal apiece. This one really is anyone's game. Correct me if I'm wrong. Have all these games been pretty close? Like within a goal or two? There hasn't really been any, huge
Yeah,
leads, have there?
I believe it's been all close games.
Shot from Chris. Great
Oh,
awareness there, and he does get it in. I was gonna say out loud, Chris has a shot opportunity here, even with no boost. That's an insane 50.
yeah, there's just no one back, and even though he had zero boost, he had so much time, it didn't really matter. Not even quite sure what happened to the Miracles. It almost feels like they're overconfident or kind of kicking themselves because they believe that they should be winning these games so much easier than they are. And I mean, that's kind of unforgivable for the Miracles to just let that one go in.
They're gonna need to find Minneapolis is gonna need to find one in the next couple minutes. As yeah, that's just not the way you want to go down 1-2 on a crappy 50 like that. All three Bemidji players in the air right now. I guess not anymore, but maybe an opportunity there for Minneapolis. Ryuji trying to get something mid. Great challenge from Ender Dude. Gets past another one. Oh, if you 50'd that, I'm on my hands and knees. Chris with a kid trying to bang this one out. Ender Dude again trying to put it back. Ryuji pops it up for his own teammate Jax, who tries to double, can't quite get it. A shot opportunity there from Chris just off. Another shot opportunity from Ender, saved by Blue. Ryuji's going to jump up for this one and try and get it mid, but a great challenge from Chris. Jack's no boost, going to try and take this to the wall and defend, but a great pinch there from Slendy. Blue trying to get this out. Pop for Slendy, maybe a shot from Chris as he keeps it in. Again, keeping it in his Ender dude. Chris he gets beat there a little bit. Slendy has to wait for a shot as they do and handle it well. And yeah, I mean, a minute more of defense and Bemidji is going home with a win here. Incredible.
Yeah, I mean, this is just not how I thought the games were going to go. This is Bemidji's game to lose right now. They just look much, much better on the field. They have a goal up, and all they have to do is defend for 40 seconds, and the Miracles are just being suffocated right now. They can't really get any place to happen. They're getting the ball to go to the other side, but it's not for anything massive as we only have 30 seconds now, and Slender is just going to take this slow. She knows that she can just play time 20 seconds now on the clock. And I mean, this might just be a Bemidji 3-1.
I mean, if we were making our predictions before this, if you looked me dead in my face and said that you thoroughly believed that Bemidji would be winning this 3-1, I don't know what I would have done, to be honest. I would have called you a fool probably. But that's exactly what they're going to do. They might even get away with one more here, as they do. Ender, dude, my goodness. Get this guy on my team. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, putting them away in style.
Blue says you guys are terrible lottery every pound. Oh, that's kind of funny. I think he's being sarcastic. Blue is not an inherently toxic guy. But that is pretty funny.
Yeah, I mean, you can always blame stuff on luck, but at the end of the day, it is a physics engine, so it's going to happen every time. And I mean, it just looked like Bemidji was the better team on that field, weirdly enough. I really thought the Miracles were going to come out and almost be suffocating against the Bemidji squad there, but it really looked like it was Bemidji the entire time. Maybe with that game 3, Miracles came out very strong, but props off to Bemidji, Ender Dude for either subbing up or becoming that main squad of. I really think that out of the 3 players, Chris with the K was putting on tons of pressure. Slender was doing a great job being that third man, but it was really Ender Dude keeping them honest, making sure that they could not mess up at all, because if they did, Ender Dude was going to be there and he was going to slot that in.
Right. Let's see here. So next up after that Bemidji Minneapolis game at 7:30, we've got the Fargo Steelhawks versus the Des Moines Derecho. I think this one's going to be a pretty even match based on what it know about. But is this not week 4? Was that one
Yeah.
rescheduled?
Yeah,
Chicago
so it
versus
looks like we'll
KC? All
have
right.
the Jungle versus Hibbing up. After that, we'll have Omaha versus Bloomington. And then we have a little extra treat at the very end there. We're going to have the challengers of Rochester versus Duluth Superiors. Uh, Maybe an interesting for Rise Star Day, but it will be a nice matchup there.
All right. Yeah, we're going to take a quick break and we will see you guys back for the next series.
Can forgiveness mend what we've torn? A chance to
Welcome back, everybody, once again for another Rising Star match. For this next one, we just got to watch Bemidji Minneapolis. That was a phenomenal series. Bemidji took down Minneapolis. And in this next one, we get the Chicago Jungle versus the Kansas City Outlaws. This right here, this is an exciting match. I'm not going to lie to you. These are two top 5 to 6 teams. I mean, this should be a shootout. This should be a slugfest. This is two heavy hitters right here in Rising Star. I would expect something like this to go to 5 games. These teams are both very good. Chicago looks like one of the best teams in the league right now. And yeah, I'm excited to get going. How are you doing today, Sharkbite?
I'm good. My camera's not working, and I don't think I can fix it right now. I might have to get a new one, but
Hey,
yeah, we're
that's
doing
fine
good.
by me. They just get to see my pretty face the entire time then. As my
And
mom likes
AK.
to say. Oh, and
And
AK's face
AK.
is on? Oh, I didn't know AK's face was here. That's
Yeah,
two pretty faces.
yeah. So if I look a
Before
little different, that's why.
Sharkbite face changer.
Yeah.
Um, yep. Kansas City's not in here yet, but before we go, I'd love to hear your prediction for this game, Sharkbite. Do you know much about both these teams?
N- Not really. I mean, Chicago's my old franchise from last season, at the start of last season, but no, I haven't really been watching besides our games, but their first seed versus fourth seed. Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
I'm a,
yeah, these I keep seeing in the schedule that the Outlaws just keep beating other good teams in prior weeks. But I mean, Jungle they finished second in Major One. They're the only team to beat my team in the regular season thus far. That was a great series as well. So I mean, until I see them play poorly, I'm gonna go the Chicago Jungle here. You know, they've been on a tear recently, and while the Outlaws are a giant killer per se, they've beat some good teams. I mean, I'm not gonna bet against this Jungle team until they give me some reason to. So, because of that, I do think this could go to 5 games. So I'm gonna go the Chicago Jungle in 5. I think this could be an electric series.
okay. All right. Just to switch it up, I'll say not Chicago Jungle in 5. I'm gonna go
Okay, we we
Outlaws.
we we get to beef the entire time. I'm okay with
Just
that.
to split the desk, even if it is a bit of an underdog pick, I'm down for that.
And hey, I mean, underdogs happen, dude. Last series, I would have bet my house that Minneapolis would beat Bemidji, and it didn't happen. So, I mean, really, what can you say? Kansas City definitely has a chance to win this one. I just hope everybody plays fair and has fun. That's the most important thing. Dinger is physically shaking with excitement to get going here. I'm not physically shaking. I am I'm mentally shaking to get going, not physically shaking. Although it is pretty cold, so I might start physically shaking here soon. Where are you from, Sharkbite? Is it cold where you're at?
Yeah, I'm from Fargo.
Ooh, that's even worse than the Twin Cities, dude. Fargo's got to
Yeah.
be like Antarctica, about basically.
There, let's see. Let's take a look outside real quick. There is about 3 inches of snow on everything that hasn't been plowed yet.
In Twin Cities, I mean, we don't even have snow really yet. It's just
Really? Oh, that sounds so
mind-numbingly
good.
cold. Like you go outside and you just feel the bite instantly. It's awful. We are just patiently waiting for Kansas City to get in here. I'm not sure what's going. Turns out they were waiting on an invite when
Maybe
an
they just
invite
haven't
was
checked
not
Discord.
gonna come. But they will probably be joining here in just a second now that AK is straightening things out. Chicago is getting iced right now, I'm sure, as they can't sit in training during this delay.
Yeah, especially with
Don't
the
think.
new online free play.
Oh
Been trying
yeah,
it out.
I tried that. It's it's interesting. As Dinger says, I'm iced. It's like he can hear me, which maybe he can if he's listening to the stream. That's kind of freaky. Kansas City is now in here. They can go ahead and go, or goo as I typed out. Let's see. Let me get into spectator mode.
No, I don't think I've seen any gameplay from Jungle, but I do know Cripplify, and I know that he used to be a super demo heavy player, and
Okay.
he kind of eased out of that more recent when he hit like GC and then like GC2 for a little bit. So
Is that any part of his role on this team, or is that just like he took a different play style as he climbed ranks?
he took a little bit less of a demo playstyle as he climbed ranks, but he still does it a lot. Just not his main thing anymore. So I would not be surprised if he starts like just absolutely chasing for it.
And I mean, yeah, like you said, you haven't seen any gameplay. I haven't seen any gameplay from this Kansas City team. Not a single time have I watched them play. Even though they're a great team and we're on week 4, I somehow haven't seen them yet. And I've seen the Chicago Jungle play a
Ooh.
couple times. So this is going to be an exciting series. I'm excited to see how Kansas City matches up against this great Chicago team.
Yeah, it should be good. I mean,
And I know Divine. I played with Divine a fair amount. I know he's a great player. I've played some combines with Camo. I know Cripplify is a good player in this league. So yeah, this one hopefully is a shootout. Dinger gonna try to get this one down early into the orange half. A minute goes by and not much has happened yet. Just kind of some back and forth play in the midfield for both of these teams. An unfortunate 50 there for Chicago. Kansas City gonna try and keep this one on the blue half. A miss there from Cripplify. Solid 50 though of absolute
the fake.
Axel taking fake there from Doge, who's a chill guy eating corn dogs.
Not too much going on right now. I mean, they're just kind of like feeling each other out. It seems like getting into the rhythm of the game. And there it is. There's one out of
called it.
Cripplify. Yeah, nothing happened out of it, but we'll see.
Like you said, feeling each other out. I think in Rising Star, especially when you're playing a team for the first time. I don't know if these guys have scrimmed before, but playing a team for the first time, the first couple game, 1 or 2 games, it's definitely some feel out. You don't know how the team plays. You got to take some time to just figure out what they want to do. So that definitely could be what's happening here for both of these squads.
No, yeah, I imagine we'll see like more aggression come out on both sides from both teams as they get eased into it, warmed up. Maybe the little bit of ice still from waiting in the lobby for a little bit, but
Yeah, I think Wendy
maybe a
might
little
be
bit.
Wendy's freezing.
It might be windy where he's at.
Yeah. I think they live in South Dakota or something funny like that. I was his teammate last season, and obviously we were a solid team. We made it to LAN. LAN didn't go how we wanted, but I enjoyed my season with Lindy. I think he's a great player. I think as a 3rd rounder to the Chicago team is an absolute bargain. I'm not sure how that's possible, but that's the primary reason why this Chicago team is so good. Not only do they have the first overall pick in Rising Star and Doge, but a guy like Windy in the 3rd and Dinger in the late 2nd. I mean, we're talking about a super team here.
Yeah, they definitely got a good draft for this season. Kind of makes sense now that they've gone.
I don't see them making any free agent changes at all. Right?
Yeah.
Unless one
You
of them,
never
like,
know.
die.
I mean, Vatira, after winning like a major, he dropped both his teammates or something like that happened.
If Doge dropped both of his teammates, that would be pretty funny.
That'd be generational.
That would
generational drama.
Yep. Which Rising Star could use more of. The departure of Ghosty makes he shall not be named. That shall not be named is what I should call him. But without him here, Rising Star could use some more drama. A shot in from Divine has some bumps from Kansas City and some confusion on the blue goal line. Cripplify with a good pop. Yeah, Doge just awkward. Cripplify gets a good bump on him, and Windy just cannot backflip into that. 1-0 start from Kansas City as almost 4 minutes go by without a goal. And that just means Chicago has barely any time left to get that retaliating goal.
Yeah, and I mean, it took that long to find an opening, I guess, but they kind of made one too with Cripplify getting a bump on the goal line to take the defender out, take Doge out. Their star player, their 1st rounder. But
yeah, not quite a demo like you were talking about, but a bump nonetheless from Cripplify playing a little bit of an aggressive role. A great pass there from Doge. A pretty weak shot from Windy as he can't find it home. Cripplify's going to put it downfield. Doge puts it back downfield as he's going to try and get a 50 to one of his teammates. Dinger is way up there. Isn't going to happen. Not much is going to happen there. Divine passing back to his buddy. Cripplify maybe with a 50 opportunity here as he does to Divine. Cripplify searching for that demo as you so talked about. Couldn't find it. If he could have, that might have been a goal for Kansas City. And they just have to play defense for 30 seconds, and this one is over.
Yeah, I mean, not too much that they got to do here. They just got to not sell this game, this 1-0 lead, 17 seconds. I mean, they have pressure on them right now, but a good clear from
No
Kama will take
longer.
care of that. He might be able to get a second goal here if he can put it on net. And it's
Oh!
not quite. Cripplefy doesn't get the shot
Oh!
either. Back to back to back posts. It wouldn't have mattered. All it has to do is hit ground right now. They get another
And it
post.
does.
Game
Wow.
one.
I mean, yeah, they ended that game with a bunch more pressure. So they have the momentum going into game two. They've shown that they can keep pressure on the blue half for longer than the Chicago Jungle would want. I have complete faith in the Jungle to retaliate in game 2 and or 3. So obviously that's what they're looking to do. We'll see. We'll see if they can make it happen. Seeing if anything stands out on the scoreboard here. Only one shot from the Jungle in 5 minutes is what is screaming to me.
Yeah, pretty low scoring as far as just pure score. I mean, they all
Yeah,
kind of. It did definitely feel like a very feeler of a game.
I couldn't agree
Testing
more.
the waters, but
Yep, I definitely think this will be the lowest scoring game in the series, both player point and actual game score. I mean, yeah, just one shot the entire game is uncharacteristic for the Chicago Jungle. I've seen them play some pretty unrelenting offense. So that's what they're going to look to do here as we begin game 2. The Jungle are looking to tie this one up. We'll see if they can do it.
yeah, might be able to see some early offense coming out is what I would
Oh,
want to see if
wow.
I was. Oh
Oh,
my
my
gosh.
goodness. Talk about early offense for the wrong team, but early offense
Yeah.
nonetheless.
But yeah, definitely want to see some early offense from Jungle if they really want to like make a statement after losing game one. That's what I would do if I were them.
Yep, they do not want to. You would score goals if you were them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do not want to find themselves in a hole. You know, obviously, scoring first is a big advantage when the game's going to end 1-0, but getting themselves in a hole here is not what any team wants to do. Looking to score first would be greatly beneficial for him. Divine way up
Oh.
there. Great shot. And yeah, I mean, the only good thing about this for Chicago is that they now have 4 minutes to score instead of just 1, as opposed to last game. But wow, yeah, that's a high flying snipe from Divine.
Yeah, good one at that. I mean, it took them 4 minutes to score last game, and this time they have 4 minutes after scoring. So, not what you want to see if you're Jungle. I mean, they're the number one team. That's not what I would expect from them.
Yeah, I mean, if the Chicago Jungle lose this one, that would be Chicago and Minneapolis losing in back-to-back series, which would not be on my bingo card for today. Thank goodness my Burnsville
Oh,
Inferno
rule
went
one in the
2-0. That
corner.
is there is real one. Who's a part? Is that Divine and who else is in that?
Oh,
Is
I'm
that
trying to.
Doge? It doesn't matter because Dinger's gonna go ahead and take advantage of that. That was Doge. So the 2 first rounders from each team were in a rule 1, leaving it to the second and third rounders to 2v2. They double commit, and Dinger finds a great angle there to put it home. I mean, yeah, that was a pretty even rule 1. Put the best player on each team just kind of taking a break.
Turned into twos, but yeah. I mean, evens up 3 minutes 40. Doge gonna bring this one up the wall. Maybe get a ceiling. Nothing out of it. He's gonna pass off to his teammate. Gonna go up the wall again. Maybe a solo play. He's running out of boost though. Windy tries to get the 50. Doesn't quite get much out of it. Crip gets the bump on him. Still in the corner. It's kind of bouncing around. Not quite getting any chances yet out of it. As I say that, Windy gonna put a shot on
Oh,
net and it's just gonna go right in.
Windy.
A little
I mean, yeah,
obstruction in the goal there from who was that? Dinger.
Wendy's definitely a talented offensive player. I think that's his greatest attribute to any team. I know that firsthand from playing with him last season. And yeah, just a great way to put that on net, make it fast, make it high, make it tough to save, and that's exactly what happened. No one was able to clear that out.
Oh yeah. Oh my
Oh,
gosh, and
and
Dinger.
a miss from Divine on the defensive end. Dinger was never fooled. That's a tough read for Divine, granted, but that's one he should be making and can make. Dang, this is the onslaught of offense from Chicago I was talking about just a little bit ago. They're seeming to find their groove here.
Yeah, they definitely seem to wake up a bit more now. That touch is gonna maybe go to a teammate. Not quite. Crip's already up. Doesn't quite get the touch on it. It's gonna peter out back into the corner. Kamo gets a touch out mid, but that's right out to Divine. Nothing quite happening out of it, but awkward. Cripplify got to get this ball out, and he does. He might be able to get another touch. He gets demoed for his effort. Dude, too many D's in this lobby. D names. It's hard to keep track of everybody. Yeah.
Windy.
Anyway, Cripplify gonna march his way downfield, try and get something. Doesn't quite. Doge gonna try and get a touch. Pinches out mid. That's dangerous. Wasn't on target though. Bit of a double commit. Windy might be able to get a touch. Gets demoed. Doesn't get the chance. Shit back mid. I don't know. After those first goals, you think they might have changed something, but it seems kind of routine still for both teams.
Yeah, so, I mean, so far, yeah, a lot of kind of just hitting the ball. I feel like for both teams. Whether or not that's because they're out of boost and can't really take control of it, or they're just trying to release some pressure. It's just kind of hitting the ball so far. I would love to see
Oh, the
some maybe
pass.
more dribble plays. That was a great pass there up to Windy. But I would love to see, yeah, it's just sort of taking control, actually, doing something intentional with the ball from both teams, really.
Yeah.
OJ was trying,
the
but he got
demos.
brutally
Oh
killed.
Windy didn't even have to challenge that ball. Windy in the corner. Gonna try and slow play it. He's got boost. Gets the 50 out to his teammate.
Is that in? And
Down
it's
the field.
not.
It's not quite on.
Good bounce for Kansas City as it gives him time to get back a little bit.
Oh, that's a good stop. Dinger's back. Could have to see what he does there. Gets a 50. Gets past him. Oh, I'm stuck on one POV. That's why.
Whose POV were you on?
Windy's. I was like, why am I not changing? The ball's way over there.
I'm sorry for you watching nothing but Windy gameplay for 4 minutes. A minute left, and Kansas City is in a hole. Has to find 2 goals in the next minute. Divine trying to pop this one over 2 defenders there on the blue team. Solid catch attempt there from Divine. Shot just over the backboard. Someone has to be there on Kansas City to be there for the rebound, and nobody is. That might be the best opportunity they get for the rest of this game. OJ Camo trying to shut me up as he puts it downfield. A good. That has to be Doge's 4th or 5th demo this game. He's getting a lot of them.
It's everybody. Oh, the reset and the dunk.
Oh wow!
The divine Dunkarooski.
Cripplify showing off some of those mechs, getting a reset, but not doing a ton with it, but enough to provoke Doge into trying to settle it as Divine just challenges instantly, as he should, and gets that one to go in. 20 seconds now. Kansas City would love to see a kickoff go in their favor, and it does as we get possession from Cripplify, who's going to have to take a 50 or doesn't. As he just goes right by it. Doge trying to take control. OJ with boost, going to boom it downfield. Cripplify's up.
He's
has
up
a chance.
to the
Just
backboard.
over. No double. No one's there. OJ came on try, but it was hit away by Doge. One more attempt from Divine. He hits it over. Windy can't be there. OJ Camo hits it to the right or to the left. Dinger
up.
try. It's gonna go down. An opportunity there for sure from Kansas City, but good defense there from Chicago to make sure that a 3rd goal was not scored.
No, it was a good 0-second drill for Outlaws, but they didn't quite get any real shots onto it. But I guess that's the offense of the jungle team being number 1 in the league so far.
Yeah, from both teams, more shots for both teams this game. Higher score from the players in this game. Jungle, everybody with a save, the entire team playing some defense, and that ultimately probably won them the game. As we now have a 1-1 series. I would love in this next game to see somebody outside of Divine on the Outlaws team really step up and make a difference. That game, it was kind of Divine doing most of the heavy lifting. And against a team like the Jungle that's just so well-rounded, a one-man effort's not going to cut it. So I'm looking for OJ or Cripplify, excuse me, to step up and make a difference in this game 3.
Yeah, and I mean, lots of demos in that game. Or was it the game before? I don't remember. Anyway, lots of demos were happening.
had a lot of demos that game.
Yeah, I like seeing like kind of the 2 demoers going head to head. Cripplify versus Dinger, one for each team who can put more down. But
shot opportunity there. Windy smartly reads that was not going in and stays back to clear it. He goes way up there, gives it to OJ. Maybe going
Man,
mid
a
for
good-
Divine. Triple fight in the blue net. Finds a demo on Windy. Might find another one on Doge, who gets out of the way. Dinger finds a demo on OJ. That one just off. Had a chance to go in, but just went off the post. Oh my god, this is a war scene. Blood spilling everywhere for these teams.
Looking like Rumble and everybody's got boomer mode on right now. Well, it's a good touch out mid. Divine, maybe back to Doge, not quite.
Triple fight
Touch
not
off the backboard.
trusting in OJ to clear
Divine,
that for
the
some reason.
1v1. Good early challenge from Windy though, into the corner. Doesn't have boost, gonna try and pressure this ball. Doesn't quite get anything out. It's off the backboard though. Divine gets beat by Doge. Still in the corner. Crip gets bumped off the ball. This is a good chance. He can get this ball backboard. He's up. Divine is earlier though. Not a boost, but yeah, good stuff.
No goals yet. A minute and a half has gone by. And, you know, especially in best of 5 series, Divine is sitting on the back boost waiting
Yeah,
for it.
I
He
saw
gets it.
that.
And it
He
doesn't
doesn't matter.
This is what I need. This is exactly what I wanted to see. Divine just chilling on the boost, letting his teammates cook, and OJ finds a way to pop this over Windy for the open net. That's a great job from OJ. And I mean, yeah, in a best of 5 series, especially as I was saying, if it's a tie game going into game 3, getting that win in game 3 is absolutely massive. You know, going up 2-1, not having to win 2 in a row to win the series is really, really huge. So whatever team finds the win here it's going to be a big sigh of relief.
Oh yeah, having that game advantage, knowing that like you get to play it how you want to when they have to play aggressive in that game 4, because they have to win
Pass
it.
from Devon. Thought
Yeah.
OJ had a chance there, but a good 50 from the blue team. Cripple Fight looking to slow this down, find a teammate mid. OJ is driving away and will not be shooting. he gets beat again. A bump here on Cripplify, who is low boost. Divine is full though and should be potentially passing this middle. It is kind of a pass. No players on the Chicago jungle are up to both backboard. No one jumping immediately. A good wait from Divine. Took a weird roll and he couldn't read it. Divine is awkward in their corner. This is some super long pass play for Kansas City, I'm sure.
Oh, solo?
Doge showing off some mechanics.
50?
Past a 50.
Pinch? It's off the corner. He's got another touch. Might have another one back mid. It's dangerous. That's a good stop from
Everybody's
Divine.
there.
And it's going to go back the other
That
way.
is an own goal. That is, in fact, an own goal from Dinger. He nice shots himself. You hate to see that.
Just gonna, I'm gonna press the skip button just out of respect.
Yeah. Yeah, you know he wants that one back, obviously. Hate to see, that's just, 2 goals is definitely a hole, especially with only 2 minutes left. Chicago would really like a quick goal here. Going down to a minute even with 2 goals is a pretty tall order. As a good shot from Doge, great save from Divine. As he's trying his best to keep this thing out of their net.
Oh my gosh.
Windy
Divine is
showing-
like 500 points right now. Dude's
Oh my
popping
God.
off.
Cripplify cardio session this game. Holy buckets. 56 points to Divine's 500. Boost pickup simulator for Cripplify.
I kind of want to see the accolade for most cars bumped.
Yeah. It's probably gonna be the only one he gets at this rate.
Yikes. Anyway,
That's a good touch from him though. Divine, maybe a shot there. Cripplify getting a bump. OJ popping this one toward the net. Doge way out of boost. Cripplify
Ooh.
reads it. Playing pinball. I don't even know what's going on. I know Chicago can't read this. What a pop. What a fake.
Ooh.
What a pass. Divine 1v1. And OJ Camo shoves it down their throat. Excellent goal. Excellent play from the Kansas City Outlaws.
Yeah, and I mean, Crip, he heard us
I think he did.
kind of smack and talking a little bit, but dude
Says
just
now
like
transform into a
1v3'd the
windy
whole team to
cardio session.
give his team that opportunity.
He did. He took it personally. He's got the stream on. Good touch from
that's a good
Dinger. That
touch.
makes one go by. That just could be in.
Oh
And
my
it is.
gosh.
That is an excellent touch from Dinger. The last man on Kansas City dove for this ball thinking he had it. It was Crip. And Dinger's like, no, I'm just going to go ahead and beat you to that with no boost. And what a shot that is. Divine couldn't do a thing about it.
Yeah, I mean, 52 seconds to score 2 goals is definitely
This is not
possible.
over. This
It's
is
gonna be
not over.
difficult,
Like just
or
like that.
maybe
Oh my
not. Oh
gosh.
my god,
Maybe it's not gonna be difficult. Maybe it's gonna be easy.
dude,
What
they
are
want.
these?
Ah,
These kickoff goals are going in Chicago's favor. Just they're putting themselves in advantageous positions to put a shot on. And yeah, since it's a kickoff, only one Kansas City Outlaw is going to be back for most of these, and the shots are just too good.
Oh, the
As Kansas
fake.
City changes it up because they have to. Smart by them. They lost the last 2 kickoffs, so they changed it up.
Yeah, smart play. Get rid of the kickoff goal potential by just giving a fake. That's a huge bang
Bang!
though. OJ's
A
gonna
good
get that
save
one
from
into the
OJ.
corner. He's low boost. It's out mid to Cripplify, who bombs it down long. OJ's there, doesn't get past it. It's a touch out mid. That's
Oh my
dangerous.
God, this could be
Doge, he
open.
can put this one in.
This is open.
What are we
You are
watching?
kidding me.
Oh
You are.
no.
That's. I don't know if there was a miscommunication. If a back pass was the back pass, I don't think was probably the play there. Maybe if executed perfectly, it was. But yeah, just hitting that to the left of Divine, and he's last. There's nothing really you can do then if he goes for that ball.
Yeah, just caught between a rock and a hard place, but tied up.
Well,
Do we
an
see
outlaw,
overtime or
an
does
outlaw goal before
something
time expires
insane
would be
happen?
generational. Oh my God, they
It's
have an
up.
opportunity. Windy has to go up.
It's still up.
Justin keeps it
Wait,
alive.
Doge.
Turbo pulsar there.
The pogo? Ah.
Ooh, good pinch from Divine. Cripplify has no boost, but Chicago keeps it up. Nobody from Kansas City's there. No, they had ample time to get over for that.
Dude,
As we have overtime in game 3.
if I was in Jungle's position in that corner, I'm hitting it straight into the ground. I'm not risking
Yeah,
that.
they did enough work
That's
to tie this
crazy.
game up. I am not risking anything.
Oh,
But they,
Divine's
they
gonna have
just they
full
just live life to
boost.
the edge.
Cripplify, they have a
Uh-oh.
push here. Goes for the 50. Doesn't get it past Doge.
Doge is
Doge
just
gonna
way
try and
too
get a touch
chill.
out. Out to Dinger. Sends it long. Doge doesn't get it past Divine. It's popped up.
Double commit from KC, but
They have
it's
a
not
good
going to matter
chance
if you
here.
try and
There's
beat
only one
Dinger.
back. What
Oh,
a save!
good
Oh my
shot. Better
gosh!
save. Opportunity?
Oh!
Great clear. Dinger is
Oh,
not ready
Dinger's
for this
over there.
one unless he is. Cripplify.
Oh, the
Double
double
demo.
demo!
OJ has to
There's
go
only
now, and he
one
does.
player.
That's an excellent play.
That was
He
like
gets vengeance
synced
for his
up.
boys. OJ camo
Oh,
turn. He
OJ.
doesn't see it. Oh, miss coming in from Windy. He had an opportunity. Shot
Oh
on
no!
that double. No!
Where's the ball?
No
Okay,
way. Is
Windy.
this over?
No way, Windy.
He can't get there. He
No, he
can't
didn't
get
have it.
there.
He gets the pass.
What a
The
demo!
demo!
What a demo from Cripplify! Oh my goodness, that was a free goal if he did anything but demo him there.
A
Wow.
perfect play to keep that ball out of his net, and it's his signature move to just smack a dude. Oh, it's dangerous though. Doge, he's got ball.
This
He's got a
1v1
person up
demo, that's
front.
a
The
great
save
finish from
comes
Divine.
in. Windy? Solo? Gets a touch out. OG's there. Passes it over. Gets 50'd. Goes all the way. Doge. Gonna try and get this one past Crip. He does. Doesn't get it past Divine. Oh, OJ doesn't quite get the beat on the 50. Dinger gonna put it in the corner. Sent straight back. Cripplify might be able to have a shot. Doesn't quite get any height
This
on
is
it.
threatening. This is
Doge.
threatening.
Doge. It's barred down and
No
out.
way! This is also
Windy.
threatening for
Put it
Windy.
on.
Oh, what a
OJ gets
save
the
from OJ!
save. What are we
Oh!
witnessing?
Oh!
It's 1-1. It's a game 3 best of 3. Oh
No
my
way!
god.
This is a generational game 3. Oh my god.
Oh, the shot
That's gonna
is
do it.
just in.
That's
Oh
of
my.
all of the shot attempts that were on, that's the one that finds its way to the back of the net. Oh my god. That was an
It's the simple
exhilarating
ones that
game.
do it. Oh, is
OJ
that a
and
team
Crip,
bump from Crip? I think he
OJ
kind
and
of
Crip were just in the
ran
same
into his
exact
teammate maybe.
position. They're just in the same exact spot. They needed some more spacing there to cover more shot opportunities. But wow, that yeah, that was a
That was
riveting game
insane.
3. I'm glad I got to be here for that.
I
Divine
could
with
I could
8.
not have told you which goal that was gonna go in, like
No,
at
no,
all.
every shot attempt was a coin flip. Like that was
Yeah.
crazy. Divine with 880 points, 6 saves for him.
Oh,
Both
dude.
teams with a lot of shots. Windy playing assist man for the jungle. Yeah, I mean that like what a game. And now up 2-1, the Chicago Jungle in a prime position to finish this one off in 4. which is that's why Game 3 is just so important. Like that game was so important to win because it gives you an opportunity to end it right now.
Yeah, and I mean, if the chat after games wasn't broken, I was gonna tell him to do that again because that was awesome. That
Yeah,
whole
that's
sequence. That's some great
yeah,
Rocket
that
League.
entire overtime was awesome. Even getting to overtime was awesome. I can't believe they came back 3 goals in a minute,
Yeah,
basically.
I think it was 2 minutes or 2 goals in like less than 50 seconds.
Yeah, that was crazy. OJ,
Oh, the good
excellent play there,
shot.
but
No,
Windy reads it.
out the corner. Divine up early, ups to leave it. Teammate didn't quite have the touch on it though. Pinches out. It's dangerous. OJ
Oh,
single jump. It's off the backboard. Is the teammate there? Divine. He's got no boost.
what a
Takes a
50.
bad 50. Dingy. Dinger might be able to put that one on.
Or said
Doesn't
dingy.
quite. Cripplefy back the entire way, and we just kind of seeing some back and forth boom ball right now.
Right on cue, OJ bangs it down to the other side. Doge trying to take control. He does. That's 2 outlaw players going for that ball, and neither of them make contact. A touch mid from Doge. Dinger has to kind of stay back a bit. No shooter from Chicago. They had good pressure there. They had a good shot opportunity, but no one is there for a shot.
I mean, nothing quite happening yet. Nothing too crazy. Speaking of, that's a good shot. And
That's
it's
a
on
great shot from
Divine.
Divine. Got his
Early
car
goal.
around it for the angle. This one looked maybe unshootable for a little bit, but Divine, yeah, they're rolling that car and getting around post in. That's an excellent shot, and they needed that. They could not let themselves get scored on first in this game.
No, yeah, they definitely need that. After going down, we're at 2-1, right? In games?
2-1 Chicago, yep.
Okay. Yeah, so they need to win this. They need that early offense. Off the backboard, double
There it is.
gets cleaned up
Early
by
offense.
Cripplefy.
But then
We
again,
might be looking at a game 5.
they
They
were
were
up
up.
3-0
Yeah,
and then
they were
lost.
up.
So what can we really say, you know?
I wouldn't bet on anything too soon yet, but it's a good start if you're Outlaws. That's what you want to see after
For sure.
going down to match point and needing to win 2 in a row.
Because they're proving that even though they did throw the 3-0 lead, that they can still score at will. Like
They
they
can
haven't
still
lost
start a
any.
3-0 lead.
Yes, they can do it again.
Ooh,
Boy,
almost a
another
good
3-0
shot.
lead. Another
Doge.
3-0 lead blown would be generational. That would be generational content.
I'd retire.
I feel like that would have to be our fault as casters for somehow
Yeah,
for
caster
that to
curse
happen.
it.
Yeah. Well, that's a good touch from Winnie. No more boost. Wow. One Kansas City player missing that one. Dinger goes way up. Might actually have this read. Never mind.
Oh, that is a tough one.
That is a
Gets
tough
the
one,
bump on
especially
OJ.
with boost.
It's awkward. Gets
That
another
should be a
bump.
goal.
Doge,
Yep.
the fake. Oh my
That's
gosh.
crazy. I had a feeling this would be a goal. It was just Doge had just so much leverage here and could really do whatever he wanted. Knew Cripplefy had to come back, and yeah, just where are you going, buddy? Get this guy a map.
Oh, it's a good
Big
kickoff.
50.
Doge.
Doge once again.
Big 50. Divine with the touchdown. Doesn't quite curp off the sidewall. Divine gonna go for a sidewall. Might be able to get the touch. Not quite. Cripplefy, that's a good shot. It's not quite on the post. What in the world? I had the
This had
weirdest
to
view
be
for
luck.
that.
Yeah, I think it was like put us in the net for that one.
Goalpost POV.
No luck at all. All skill from OJ Camo. I mean, yeah, surely they don't throw a 2-0 lead, right?
No, yeah, we haven't been in this situation before.
Uncharted territory for both teams.
Never been done. Divine. Oh, gets a solo touch. Gets dunked all the way across. Dinger gonna try and keep this one under control for his team. Windy gets called off maybe by a teammate. This ball has been in the air at midfield for a very long time.
Nobody wants it. Cripplefy gonna take control with full boost in his own corner. Doge going for the high 15. Cripplefy fakes, but a great bump on the recovery there from Doge. Divine gets it around one to his own teammate OJ. They're playing a little back and forth action, some give and go. Free ball for
Ooh,
Cripplefy.
it's
That's
on.
on net, but Dinger with a good save to keep it out. Doge rotating ball side. As
OJ
players
might be able
do.
to peek here. Oh, Divine, the roller
Oh, and it works.
into the defender.
All right, now surely they do
Surely,
not
yes.
lose this
Now
game.
we're in our uncharted territory. I don't remember last game. Do you?
Last game, I don't even think this is the first game that I've seen. PC Game
Yep.
5.
Welcome back to game 1.
Yeah.
Divine.
Really,
Oh,
it's
mid.
like literally just
Oh,
if I'm
Doge. He's got full boost. He's got the dribble. Doesn't get it past Divine
like
though.
if I'm KC, I'm just keeping all three of my players on my half the entire rest of this game and just playing defense. Like there's really no reason to try anything funny.
Oh yeah.
Like you would
No,
have to
no.
almost
Now is the
intentionally.
perfect time to pre-jump your teammates. Every boom, every single one. You have to. It's martial law.
I mean,
That's
but
dangerous.
what do I know? The Kansas City Outlaws have all three players on the blue half right now.
Yeah.
These sound like I have no idea what I'm talking about. As they score, so I don't know what I'm talking about. Clearly, they're better than me.
No, yeah.
Silly me.
Caster says don't do anything new. They don't do anything new, but they just keep the offense going
Yeah,
and keep
like,
scoring.
Dingers on the orange half, and nobody is within half a field of him. Like that's insane.
Oh my gosh, is this another one? Oh, okay, good
Wow.
stuff from Dinger to keep it at 5-1. This is a dominant scoreline. If you're going into game 5, this is what you want to see if you're Outlaws. Like,
Absolutely, this is giving them all the momentum. This is giving them all the confidence in the world after that last game. That they can still be the better team in the Chicago Jungle.
especially after a crazy overtime like that, it's a good reset of the mental to know that
Oh
you're
yeah,
still in it 100%.
and this didn't just reset their mental. This boosted their mental. Like they needed a game like this to absolutely dominate and to show that they might even be the favorites with momentum alone going into this game 5. See Divine again, yeah. I can't wait to see AK's player rankings next week. Divine has averaging 800 points per game. He's doing his best Carl's Nuts impression out here. 4 saves from him. No one else on his team with any. A lot of shots from the Outlaws, and honestly, for only 1 goal, kind of a lot from the Jungle too. But Divine playing that third man and that first man, I guess, just kind of doing everything for the Outlaws right now.
Yeah, and I mean, one thing I haven't seen in that game, or at least for the most of that game, was the demos. We didn't see
Yep.
as many that game, and that game went heavily to Outlaws. So maybe playing the demo game works in this matchup more for Jungle than it does for Outlaws, even though Outlaws have Cripplify, who's pretty known for going for him.
What are your predictions? Who do you think's taking this game 5? I think the momentum is strong enough to have the Kansas City Outlaws win this one.
I mean, you did start off. Your starter prediction was for
But this game
Jungle to take it
alone,
in 5.
I guess
Uh,
I was. Oh shoot, then okay, I should probably stick with that, shouldn't I?
was gonna say yeah, because we both
That
kind
is,
of split
you're
the
right.
desk just for the meet.
I
Oh, the
kind of
reset.
I kind of forgot that. I'm
Ooh.
not gonna lie to you. It's been a long day.
It's not worries. Same.
I think I'd maybe just like low-key rather how Kansas City won. No no caster bias, but Chicago beat us, so I'm kind of salty.
Oh,
And Chicago's
that's a
the
good
1 seed,
stop.
so I think we're like second or third, so it would help us go.
Ah,
So I do have some stake in this game.
yeah. Caster by. Oh
Oh
my
my
god.
God, that's in!
Is that in?
Wow, wow.
Holy cow.
Mike, I mean, nothing you can do if you're Chicago. Like, Wendy would have had to start in the air in
Jumping,
his head to
yeah.
save this. Like,
And
there's
it hit
no
the
way.
ground first, dude. Like, your reaction time is gonna start by seeing that and just get confused. Like, if I'm a defender there, that's all that's happening is jump and pray. Oh, no way. That's, oh my gosh, what a way to put that one in, Windy.
And it's
Bounces it
like
off
that's
the
when the last
ground
goal
just to
never
get that
even
extra
happened.
height. Dude,
And he
those
reads it.
bounces never,
Wow.
never work out for me in my games. I'm always like, oh, it'll just bounce straight. Goes straight to the moon. it's gonna roll up straight down.
Trading demos from each team there. OJ with a nice beat there as he gets a demo. Potentially, he could have gone for another demo there. Instead, opts to go for the 50, which he gets. Man, this is a very even game to start. A missed touch there from Cripplefy. Is this open? OJ has to touch it. He does. Good job from him. Divine with absolutely no boost. Hopefully he gets a 50 on this, and he does. Still no boost from him, though. OJ with a ballsy challenge up to Cripplefy to save this against 3 blue players, which he does well. He can bang this downfield. Divine's going to try and go ahead and get a 1 touch to maybe a shot. Cripplefy cutting off, trying to get an interesting pop there. As, yeah, the Kansas City Outlaws just try to keep it on the blue half and get as much pressure as they can.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing a good job of neutralizing like threats or chances that Chicago Jungle is having when they get this ball out past midfield. They're doing very good at stopping it before it gets into that like third of their field.
I agree. Good touch from OJ, but no boost. Has to just hit it at all. Grade 50 for having no boost, though. And this is actually a shot opportunity from Divine. As what a save from Doge. Oh my gosh. I thought that was a shoe-in goal. But Doge said absolutely not. All
You
three
really do
Kansas
be
City players
just
in this.
chill guy
He's
eating
a-
corn dogs and
he's-
sometimes
he's-
doing
he's
crazy
chill
saves.
He's almost too chill for his own good.
Oh, that's dangerous.
Another
High
trade,
touch.
but a pop from Cripplefy. Shot down for Divine. Windy puts it across the net. Thought he might own goal that one for just a second. But Windy own goaling? That doesn't happen.
Oh, the pass.
That's a great
Out to
pass.
Divine.
How
That's
chill is
dangerous.
he?
Ouch.
Divine's gonna have to 50 or pinch this one into the mid. A bump attempt there from OJ. If that worked out, that could have been a goal. But instead, a big 50. Back Cripplefy has to deal with this now, as he does, kind of, but gives a potential pop opportunity for Dinger, who's out of boost. Some confusion in the corner. A touch from Windy to 3 Kansas City defenders. Wow, I mean, this is shaping up to be. If this goes to OT, man, what a series! Like this is what you hope. This is what you hope
Oh,
for.
here's the demos.
That's a
Coming
good
in.
flick.
That's a good
Is
flick
this
past one.
over?
Doge, he's got one to beat. OJ
And he
doesn't get the
does.
save.
Wow, that was a great pop and a great demo from from the blue team. Doge doing it all himself. Divine felt that he had to just instant challenge that, and that ended up not being the correct play as Doge gets a nice flick. Minute and a half though. I mean, we've seen Kansas City put up some goals, so this is definitely possible.
Oh, he
As
goes
he goes
under.
under Windy.
Doge gonna take it up the wall. 80 boost. Maybe a reset. Goes for the touch past. Doesn't get past the last defender in the net.
A
But
lot of double commits in this game from Kansas City. A lot of multiple players kind of being in the same spot at times. Another double commit. Turning into the story of this game is Kansas City just can't figure out their rotations and they're committing.
yeah, and I mean, it just seems like it's getting harder and harder for Outlaws to get this ball out of their net. They got it kind of just stuck in their half for quite a while that game. That led to 2 goals, but they have 38 seconds to score 1 to bring us into OT in game 5.
I would love to see an OT, man. As a caster, that'd make me so excited. I might even do a mobile cam if that happens, and we show you guys a room I'm in or something to get really excited. Ooh, but not with touches like that. Cripplefy, not the bang he probably wanted, as Windy's gonna have a shot.
Oh my
Don't try to go for it all.
gosh.
2v1. Someone go bump, and no one.
It wasn't
That's
there.
not how. And it's in the net.
Oh!
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You just in a 2-on-1, it should almost be a bump attempt every time. I mean, maybe he was trying to, but it was out of boost. But I think they even had a chance to slow that play down and let somebody go bump. Yeah,
Yeah.
they didn't handle that last play the best that they could have, and that's gonna end up being their downfall.
Yeah. Unfortunate that that'll be the difference between winning and possibly going to overtime.
Yep. I mean, and after this series, it's looking like Chicago Jungle's the best team in the league. I mean, they got second in the major, albeit they got swept in the finals, but to a team that was absolutely on one that day. They've beat us. They've beat Kansas City. They look like the best team in the league right now.
Mm-hmm. Oh. That was a good series. Game 5.
That was
Glad to be here to see that.
generational game 3. We're gonna head to break right now. The next series for everybody's enjoyment is the Omaha Buffalo versus the Bloomington Maulers, and we will see you guys on the stream for that match next.
Now you wanna see me fall from a quarter mile. I can see you at the goal. Think about it, ring won't tell you what I saw. When you break it up, you'll see who had it all. You had it all. You said you wanted to fall into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, oblivion. Oh, going into oblivion. Into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, I'm going in.
We'll be driving down the state, yeah. Looking around for the next crowd, yeah. Going our own way, trying to find a new route, yeah. We'll be going in circles, trying to find a way, searching for the things we do, yeah. Drop top without a choice, yeah. Hair blown round to the window, singing stupid noise, or will you? I just wanna get to know ya. I wanna go far to the coast, yeah. I wanna drive fast to the ocean. I wanna know all of you. Growing old like a ghost, yeah. I wanna have kids of my own, yeah. Live a life till it's over. But until we do, it's sleeping soon. Yeah, I'm feeling a little crazy. Sat at home being lazy. Wanna travel till I'm 80, flying with you. Wanna take on the world and do something. Would you by my side like it's nothing? Wanna buy you things that you wanted. Wanna find you, drop top without a choice, yeah. Hair blow round to the window, singing stupid noise with you. I just wanna get to know ya. I wanna go far to the coast, yeah. I wanna dive fast to the ocean. I wanna know all of you. Growing old like a ghost, yeah. I wanna have kids of my own, yeah. And live a life till it's over. But until we do, it's sleeping too long. It's sleeping too long. It's sleeping too long. It's sleeping too long.
Welcome back to the MCS community stream for Rising Star. We just had an amazing game 5 where Jungle took it. You know, they won 3-2 against Kansas City. It was a really tough fought game. It could have gone either way. It was just, you know, it came down to one little mistake at the end, and that's definitely going to hurt, but I think both teams will bounce back. I think they're both top 5 teams. But we have a heater coming up right after this. Omaha versus Bloomington. And if you take a look at the standings, it's pretty close.
Yeah,
So
these are two really strong teams. I mean, Bloomington just came off winning the major. Have been absolutely killing it. They've been in form lately. They look at them all the way up there in second. I honestly don't know how they're not first right now. They've been playing absolutely out of their minds. And then on the other side, Omaha, who have really been just so solid throughout the season. Just honestly, like three rookies going into the season that honestly not many people knew about. And they've just like taken Rising Star by storm, and they've been performing super well. So this matchup is going to be super close. We'll take one look at the schedule right here just to see, or it might already be there, to see what else we got for later. We are not just going to be streaming Rising Star today, but you have a challenger match, and that's going to be Rochester and Duluth, and that is going to be after this one. So don't go away. We still have more Rocket League, and I think we're just about ready to get in this one, Blatsky. Nope, I lied.
we're missing a whole team. No,
Yes.
and the crazy part is Bloomington was just first place until this on-stream game right before it. They just lost first place like 2 minutes ago. So
Seriously?
yeah. So I mean, like, that's just how it goes sometimes. But they're basically still the number 1 team if they win. But I know Omaha has kind of been a little bit more dangerous lately. We've been scrimming them a bit, so I know that they've definitely cleaned up a lot of mistakes, and we've watched their growth. At least the Fargo Steelhawks have. So I'm excited to see how this one goes.
Yeah, do we want to jump into a prediction? I know which way I'm leaning.
Okay, you go first. You go first.
All right. You know, they just came off winning the major. I can't predict against them. It's also my boy Jaws. You know, that's my former teammate, and I know he's got that ice. I know it's getting pretty close to his bedtime, but I'm gonna say. Oh, actually, that means he wants to close out soon, so he can go to bed. I'll say in 4. I'll say Bloomington Maulers in 4. Man, I don't like predicting against this Omaha team, but I mean they just won it all, so I feel like they have to be the favorites going into this.
Yeah.
Where are you leaning with this one?
I was actually going to go the other way. I know Omaha's been getting a lot of momentum. I know it's really hard to bet against Bloomington after how hard they just ran through the major. But with how much Omaha's been scrimming and grinding, I could see them winning this in 5. As we get started
That's so valid.
in the first game, we see Maulers with a fantastic kickoff. That's a shot right on net, bounces off post. And as we see, Newt playing in, I noticed this in the scrims as well. I don't know if it's a permanent replacement or if they just were trying something out because someone had to miss today, but Newt is subbing in. So that's something to take note of as well. As Jaws throws it off the backboard, tries to get a double. BLT's there though. And we're seeing a lot of high-powered offense from the Maulers already. They are coming angry.
Yeah, they are just not stopping here. As far as I know, Newt is the official third man on this roster. It says he's in the 4th round spot, but he is actually the 3rd officially.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's super solid. I mean, I played him a few weeks back. Super amazing player. So he's not subbing up. It's just their 3rd. It just looks weird in the bracket. But yeah, getting into this one, we've basically just only seen Mahler's offense here, but nothing Buffalo haven't been able to handle. Johnson out of the corner, putting up a shot on net, but Newt is there to keep it away. Starved out of boost, though. Sleep is looking for a double, just leaves it for Lumity. Lumity does get blocked out by BLT, and Newt is just flipping to the ball, just not have anything to play with. Trying to find maybe a teammate, but there's no one there to meet him. Sleep, once again, very low boost, just willing to play for the low 50. BLT does get a piece of it, goes back to his teammate. Jaws trying to dunk, but it's sitting dangerously in the corner. They do manage to pick up that 100 boost, and it's almost a shot on goal going into this game. We've seen almost only offense. What a crazy save. I can't believe that bounced out. It went off the post and a player and found his way out. They're trying to relieve the pressure. The ball's going to be flying back and forth, but BLT finally out the other end. Lumity has to make a save, and this is just a fury of attack from both sides of the field.
I mean, absolutely. Bloomington has been suffocating. Just constant shots, constant boost steals. I mean, Buffalo's hanging on by a thread. I don't know how they're getting all of these saves. it's straight up a miracle. They've just gotten every single touch they needed to get it out of there. And again, Bloomington is in their corner, providing all the pressure. And yet, it feels like Buffalo is not phased by it. They're getting every touch they need to get it out of there. As it gets past mid, Sleep Dog a little bit awkward. Swish tries to get up, get a pass. Lumini gets one. Newt is there. Lumini gets it past another. It's just BLT last. As you see, it gets past middle. Jaws is there. Swish can't get the save. And it's 1-0 in the favor of the Maulers halfway through this game.
Yeah, finally, there was just no defenders left. It felt like, they have been pushing this entire game. They had 5 saves within half the game so far, and finally they caught them lacking. No one home, and Jaws confidently slides it in the bottom corner. We're going in with a Maulers 1-0 lead, but, I would like to see some offense from Buffalo. We haven't even seen them, break out. Whether it's a pass to a teammate, out of defense, they just need to break out of the shell that, Ballers are keeping them in, and Swish maybe trying to be the one to start offense here, finding the backboard. Is there a teammate to double it? Newt might be there, but does just go wide. BLT is trying to keep the offense going, but it gets shut down immediately. It's a double commit, though. Might cause a crack, but it seems like they're pretty confident on defense as well. There hasn't even been really a chance yet. That's their first shot, but it's easily deflected by Jaws, and it's going to be a crazy passing field, but no one's there to meet them. The offense is just leading nowhere.
Again, like you said, they just need to get something on the net. Because one thing I've noticed so far, Buffalo is a wall, and Maulers is all-out offense. But every time a shot's been on net for Buffalo, it's been a lot of panic on the Maulers side, and that's the only way I can see them potentially taking out this game one. Because there's so much momentum going the other way, as we see here with a 2-0 lead for them.
Yeah, one slight mistake, Sleep Dog just throw it up, and he's surrounding a double there, but no one's really challenging the ball, and it's going to leave Lumini a free chance on netting. He's going to slam that one home every time.
Yeah, it's just something you got to hand down, man down type of deal. If you ever played basketball or anything like that, you got to get someone on there. Don't give any free balls.
Guard up.
Buffalo gets a touch in the corner, tries to get one more, gets it past mid, but it's popped up. BLT a little awkward, tries to get one off backboard. Jaws already there, another one. Gets 50'd. Newt tries to get one. Bounced off the corner. Lumini. Newt with a pre-jump from behind him. That was just an ego push if I've ever seen one, but I like it.
Yeah, he just put a hand up. The last time they didn't put a hand up, they got caught for it. So, they're just willing to try it now, and I really liked that. Now, this is the first game. They might just be getting into things. Do we know how these teams did last game? I didn't look. I wonder if they're both coming off a win or a loss. That should have been something I accounted for. They both won. I'm hearing it. They both won, and we might have we got radioed in. So they both are coming off a win here. So I really would expect Buffalo to be looking a lot cleaner in this game. But it is a new team, a new series, and as the series went on, they've been looking a lot more solid on offense, defense as well. They've been breaking out a lot easier, and they just had an extended pressure play of their own, but they do eventually find their way out. And Jaws is trying to press the attack again. It's into the corner. No real threat. Newt just bangs it out. Lumini's there to meet him, though, and passes down to maybe a teammate, but they might get caught lacking again. Swoosh is trying to make something of nothing. Jaws gets shut out immediately, though, and we're back on defense.
Yeah, there's not a lot of time left. You got to get something, but when you're on defense all game, there's not a lot of hope as Sleep Dog buries the hatchet right here. That's nail in the coffin material. 3-0, 13 seconds left. I don't see 3 kickoff goals happening for a team that has not gotten any of the pressure. You have a person on the Maulers that has double the shot of the entire Buffalo team combined. They're just got to get some pressure generated to stay in the series. I know it's only one game in, but it's looking really lopsided.
Yeah, they have one player that's double, but the entire team is quadruple their shots, and they're trying to make it more, but it is just going to end with 3-0 Maulers looking confident in this game one. Wow. I definitely want to see Swoosh and, the rest of Buffalo, really pick it up on offense. They're holding really strong on defense, but you can only stay strong for so long with a team like the Maulers, They're just going to be putting on shot after shot after shot. Look at those shots, 16 shots. It doesn't matter. After a game, you look at your stats, you see 8 saves from your team, you think you did pretty well. But, when the team has 16 shots, it's just not enough. You guys got to break out and get some offense because, 4 shots, although, that's not nothing. You had some offense, but we just need to see them break out and be a little bit more confident going into the rest of the series.
100%. I'm not going to lie. Looking at the stats, like team stats and not individual, it looks like it was a 2s game. with how many shots, how many saves are, it looked like there was just so much space and time given. You would have thought, just looking at the box score, that this was a twos game, but it was a threes game, and it was super, super lopsided. And, Mahler's super evenly matched, actually, a goal apiece. Saves were pretty balanced. It was the only really big outlier was Lumity getting the 2 assists and the 8 shots. I mean, that guy is keeping the pressure on.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you got 8 shots at the end of the game, I don't care how many goals you got, you are assaulting them. I mean, that was crazy work. But
Yeah, it's pretty
not
much
over yet.
cyberbullying.
Not over yet. We still got lots of time in the series. They're going to be able to fight back, and no better way than just getting straight into the second game, and starting off with some possession. Actually, might go away of Buffalo here. Jaws trying to shut it down immediately. Newt has an awkward touch into the wall. BLT is just going to fly right at it, try to center it for a teammate. Does find a center, but no one was there to receive it. Jaws just shutting it down immediately. They just always have a man on the ball. They're not getting any space. But Sleeve shuts it down immediately, and it's past their third man. BLT is trying to, keep that offense going, and maybe a chance here. They are devil chasing. That's something we haven't seen all game. That's a great shot. And finally, we see something creative, something we haven't seen all game, and it gets them a goal.
Yeah, 100%. I like the demo push here. You know that there's only one person that's comfortably back, and it's a 2v1 essentially. Having faith in Newt, your third man, to put that shot on net over basically half of a person who's not fully back yet. I love seeing that. As we see the ball get thrown middle, though, Sleep Dog just cleans it up. Fantastic touch from Jaws. And tied it up already. I mean, right when you think that they started off swinging, they just give up one right off rip. And it's basically as the game just restarted.
Yeah, that has to just hurt so bad. They worked so hard. That was their first goal in 2 games, and I think just to immediately give it up with not really even putting up, and it might just be one more. Swish does a heroic save off his own crossbar, but they're just back in defense. They need to break out. Jaws maybe having a chance here, but Newt shuts it down. That's a bit of a double commit, and the ball doesn't really go anywhere either, but there's so much respect given that they don't even have a chance to counterattack. Lumity's going for a crazy shot here, does leave it for a teammate. That's a double commit. Oh man, they're going to be caught lacking here with no boost here. Omaha need to find a way back into this. Jaws going for maybe a bit of a bump. Sleep is looking for the bump as well. Just swishes left. He just stays calm and catches the ball, flicks over one, but Lumity actually stays calm and trying to 50 it through. Newt is going to have to do something here. He catches it, dribbles, pops over one. Sleep stays confident though and stays on it. Sleep has lots of ones experience, so whenever he's putting those ones games, I mean, he's or those 1v1 situations, he's pretty confident in just staying calm and getting behind the ball, and it's worked well.
100%. And one thing I'm noticing a lot is Buffalo is going for so many passing plays, and Maulers are just trying to peek over and over again. As we see BLT flick it over 2, hits into mid. No one's quite there as Lumity gets a free touch pass, swish with a dunk, gets thrown into the corner. Jaws pops it up. Newt's a little awkward, can't quite go for it. It gets past one, but it gets blocked. And again, it seems like the 1v1 situations are not there for Omaha.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like every time they put themselves in a 1v1, they are not, they're not getting even like pressure really. Like it's just kind of the whole play is dissolving immediately, and that's, I mean, usually 1v1s is in 3v3. You don't get them often, but that's like your chance to score. This might just pitch all the way to the top, right of the net. It just bounced off the crossbar on the side to go clear, and Swish stays calm and manages to push that over to his corner. Newt is maybe panicking a little bit here, but Lumity cuts off his own teammate. Jaws is a shot that does get shut down, and Lumity just deciding to, make it awkward for them. He's okay with going back to his half. He knows that their defense is good enough to just, immediately get back in offense here. Jaws does get through him, but it's right to another teammate. I mean, I feel like there's just always a player ready to receive that ball. Lumity almost has a wonder play off the wall. Sleep just out. Amazing demo to relieve. It seemed like they're finally maybe having some continued pressure, and Sleep just immediately relieves all that pressure with a demo.
100%, and that's an own goal. That's not what you want to see. Lumity wants that one back, and I was just about to comment on, what a fantastic start to that was, and how Lumity had a pretty decent pinch off wall, and I think he just jumped too early, got a little panic, thought he was closer, and yeah, that's a tough one, especially to be on stream doing that, but it happens to all of us. The hardest saves are the ones that you think are the easiest. And Sleep Dog gets there, hits into the corner, gets 50. BLT tries to get a double tap, can't quite get it. Jaws 50s it to the side. Newt is there, he tries to collect it, but he gets bumped. Sleep Dog bangs it over one. BLT 50s it towards mid. Jaws with low boost will clear it. Swish tries to get up, can't quite double tap it, but he can put some pressure on as Lumini is forced to go for it. And no one challenges Lumini successfully as BLT pops up in front of his net. That's dangerous. It gets dunked by Jaws, but BLT collects it. And I just want to see a little bit more demo plays come out of Buffalo because that's been working for them. I mean, they're up 2-1 right now, so it's not urgent, but I'm noticing a lot of their pressure is coming from just forcing players to be in awkward positions.
And that one is going to roll in. I mean, it looked like a confident shot, but they had basically 3 players back right here. And Lumini went off his own post, and I think Jobs just caught a little bit too close. He was a little bit too quick, and that should have been a goal. But I guess they were feeling the pressure, and they just crumbled. And,
Yeah, I think
now,
that came from Newt chasing him across the net too.
I didn't catch that.
So as they try to get another one, and it's cleared out. Oma down 1-3, tries to pop it over one. Swish with a crazy save, and now it seems like the tables have turned. There's a bit more pressure for the Buffalo. It doesn't show it on the scoreboard, but it just feels that way this game.
Yeah, but this is their chance. All 3 players of the Buffalo have no boost. This has to be a goal. Jaws taking the shot. It is going to be a goal. They have found their way back into the series. Only down 1 going into the last minute here. That was just a great pass by Lumini. Their entire team of the Buffalo was caught with basically no boost. I think if I looked there for a second, they actually did just all 3 had 0 boost. And Maulers immediately took advantage of that and slopped their chance. And that is the thing we've been seeing with the Maulers. When they have their solid chances, they are taking them. Now, we're back into defense for Buffalo. Buffalo just trying to hold on. They need to play that spectacular defense that we've been seeing from the rest of the series. Right now in the last minute, Sleep is trying to find a teammate. It does go a little wide, not the touch he was looking for. BLT actually gets a chance. Gonna flip reset, but not enough for Jaws to get beat out. He's just gonna chase this down in the corner, fakes the 1 touch, trying to get the second. Swish is a little awkward. Lumini might have a chance here. He's shoots for the top right corner, and he finds the back of the net.
Yeah, that was another instance of just hand down, man down. You gotta get up there sooner. Got caught front post, and BLT didn't think he had to go for it. And I mean, he's just gonna take advantage of that every time. And again, every single Mauler has a goal. They're just so well balanced. And 30 seconds left. It's all tied up. We see Buffalo on defense again. Swish clears it. Tries to get a dunk, can't quite get it, but he bumps one. BLT tries to get one off wall. Sleepdog gets it past him. Newt's last back. Sleepdog pops it over one. That could be a goal. Lumini Summers gets 4-3 lead. And there's 12 seconds left. And right when you thought Buffalo had it, they just give up a lead.
But they finally had their lead, the first lead of the series. They held it all series long, and 12 seconds to spare, and they let it slip. And it's Lumini, the one, the first round seed. We always expect him to, be the one that shines, but he has been shining brighter than any other player in this lobby. He's been really just putting away almost every opportunity he's had. I mean, he's 2 for 3 this game. He's just had so much offense, so much pressure, and he has been the root of most of these goals we've been seeing. He's just been, he's had the pass off the corner. He had the solo play. I mean, he's just been incredible in the series, and we need someone from Buffalo to be that player to step up. And the one I'm looking at right now is Swish. He is so capable. He is we played him a few weeks ago. He genuinely was just a menace, and I have not seen that version of him yet. And I'm sure there's still time. They haven't lost yet, but you gotta start right now. You got a foothold in this series with this game. You put up a more of a fight than last series or last game, but you need to start fighting back right now. You don't want any more time. You're on match point. You're out of lives. You just gotta send it. You just gotta send it. And I really want to see Swish. That's my star player. Honestly, in this lobby. Going into this, I did predict the Maulers to win, but Buffalo, that Swish, he's just so good, and I really expected him to step up and be that star for that team, and I just haven't seen that yet from him.
Yeah, 100%. I know the ceiling is there for him. He's definitely been a player that has peaked many, many times in many games that I've seen, and I get exactly what you're talking about. And I know from my experience playing Buffalo is that Newt is usually just a game wrecker. He's an enforcer. He's all over taking boost, bumping, and I'm not quite seeing that either. And maybe that's also throwing out Buffalo, is that certain people aren't doing certain things that everyone's used to.
Yeah.
And now they're playing basically into the Maulers' play style and trying to counter that instead of playing their own game.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about that. Yeah, Newt being that disruptor. And we even saw from that game that 2 of their 3 goals, I think, if not all of them, were directly from bumps or pressure or just like the threat of the Newt just had a missed challenge there, but it's okay. Swish was there, but yeah, I mean 2 of their 3 goals at least from that last game were from pressure from bumps and the breaking down the defense from the Maulers when they're on the half by having a man run ahead. So that might be the secret sauce. And this time, Swish is shut up this one. Does all the work himself, and I mean, what a catch! Just runs around on that and just finds the top right of the net. Actually, got a torqued on that ball.
He threw it back a little bit, ends up getting a goal, and they're not gonna mind that either way. They get one away as Lumity gets a free touch, backflips. This is a good chance for Omaha to try to get something going for him. Swish pops up, Sleepdog's there, BLT with the dunk. And we see a 1v1 situation. Again, it feels like the Maulers are always there to immediately challenge, and that's something that definitely helped them through the major as well. It's like they do not let you get any free space to do anything. Don't get comfortable. And now with the flip reset pass to Jaws. What a fantastic pass over 2 people. Oh my goodness.
That was just such an excellent play. Lumini had basically nothing to play with and just found the one spot on the backboard, and Jaws was just trusting the whole way there. That's one thing that Jaws has so well. He has trust in his teammates, and he's really the glue for he was the glue of our team last season, and he really is just like he honestly is playing the same game. Jaws just is such a well-rounded, such a great teammate. He has great communication. He really just brings the team together, and we're seeing that, with their defense, with their offense, they're always looking for the pass. They're always looking for a teammate. When they're on defense, it's man on man. They're not overcommitting too much. I mean, Jaws is just doing a great job of holding together the comms. This time, Lumini does. Oh my! Don't talk about Rising Star like this. Oh Lord, Lumini just goes missing. I'm just gonna say it was lag. Oh my!
Oh my God. I mean, Lumini must have just not thought that was in or something. I guess just maybe not in ball cam, reacted too slowly. But yeah, that was a tough one. Good bump from Newt there to to get the pool shot. You see a kickoff go awkward for Lumity here, but he fakes out one, tries to get it under, takes up the wall. Now he has no boost. Tries to pop it out. Can he get it past one? Swish there, pops it over. Swish and BLT again with kind of low boost. Misses the boost there as well. And yeah, Bloomington has been fantastic at just keeping all the pressure off of shots and stealing the boost. Oh my goodness. And as we see here, they're just playing so fast.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems like they're just playing their game. That's the name of the game. They're forcing Buffalo to be they're just in these uncomfortable positions so often, and they're having such a hard time breaking out of it. Lumity actually cutting this down right here, trying to get the double off the ground, but it's Sleepdog nearly finding a chance. BLT heroics on the goal line. John's gonna pass, but no one's there to meet him. Maybe a bit of a miscommunication right there. Swish trying to make a solo play of his own, going for the dunk. Finds it, but it just finds the corner. Newt is on the ball, just get through him. BLT is up quick. Sleepdog's trying to shut it down. It's actually Jaws to meet him, and it's just right back in the Buffalo half. Jaws just goes missing on a demo. And the offense seems to be fizzling out pretty quick this time. I might be thinking a little bit too soon.
Oh, we see one just sneak in. I don't know if that was a 50 or a slow touch, but I mean, it gets tied up with 2 minutes left.
What a caster curse! Why did I say that? It looked like the pressure was gone, and then all of a sudden they get a goal. I'll just shut up. I'm sorry.
And we got 2 minutes left. 50 goes in the favor of Maulers here as it gets awkward for Newt. Gets it past one. BLT, no one's back. Just kidding, Lumity's there, but not really because he misses the ball. Throws off the backboard. Swish already up. Oh my goodness, he just bounces off crossbar. Newt throws it back middle, but no one has boost or the position to follow it up. And now Jaws gets a 50, throws it mid, gets the demo. Little awkward for Swish, but he reads it. Can he get one? He gets a flip reset, tries to get a 50, grabs the boost, and I mean, I'm liking the changes that have been made for both of these teams. I've noticed the Maulers are demoing a lot more, and Buffalo is reacting and trying to get a lot more solo plays. And it's just a fantastic game from both teams, showing the adaptability, which is honestly such an underrated trait in Rocket League, as Jaws gets a fantastic save.
Yeah, just stayed so stoic on the goal line right there. Just had a wide view of the field, could see the pass coming and immediately shut it down. I've been really like what I've been seeing for Swish's game. He's really stepped it up. He heard our prayers, and he's single-handedly, honestly, keeping his team in this one. Lumity trying to force something. The thing is, they're still on this defense. They're still on defense. BLT does get bumped, but recovers very well. Swish, no boost, but staying bold here. But they might get caught lacking. Jaws gets it past one, but does end up bumping up on his own teammate. That's a great spawn. Newt trying to make something of nothing here. Does get a nice pinch in. That's a tough ball to read. That's all three players of the Maulers up and barely anyone makes contact. Jaws just lands on it. It's going to be punished. BLT finds a way through the defense. All three players of the Maulers went for this. And, you know, when you send three players forward and don't get much of a, you know, a clear ball or a touch out, it's going to end up as, more pressure, which leads to an immediate goal.
Yeah, I don't know if that was just nerves from being tied up 30 seconds left on defense or what, but when you double commit, it's rough on the team, and you triple commit, I mean, you're basically asking the other team to score on you. And as we see, Swish gets a fake there, bounced off backboard, is Newt up already, one off backboard again. I mean, if they want to, they could just stall out here, but I'm seeing low boost from everyone on Omaha. As he gets it, tries to get past one, Lumity pops it up, Newt's dead. BLT throws it at the net, tries to keep it up, and it gets spiked. And they don't get swept, right? So there is a chance. I mean, you only need two more.
And that's like a super mental block getting through that first game. Being down or two and needing to reverse sweep. It's such a mental block for that first game. But now you got some momentum. You got something to work with. Take this game by game. And now in the back of the Mauler's mind, you're thinking, surely we don't let them come back. They need to snuff out the flame right now. They cannot let Swish get any more momentum. I said it last game. I thought Swish needed to pick it up, and he did. He really did this game. He was backed into a corner and really just started swinging like there was no tomorrow. I mean, he just started, He really
100%.
leveled up his game that game. He really leveled up, and I was super impressed that game. But you can't let up the gas now. You can't run out of fuel. You gotta keep pushing because you're only a third of the way there. And Maulers are still looking extremely good, even though they lost this one. They took it the distance, and they really I think there's gonna have to be a lot more fight from Buffalo still, but it's a really great start.
Yeah, I mean, they basically only won that game off of a mistake from the Maulers. They won it because of a triple commit. That does not happen often. So they're going to have to find different avenues to make sure they get better games out of this. If they want to complete the reverse sweep. As Lumity pops at the backboard. Newt, last man back, gets one touch, slows it down. Swish, a little awkward. Sleepdog shoots it at the net, bounces off the sidewall. BLT is there. Gets one pop out. Tries to get another touch, but he can't quite get it. And one thing I really like about the Maulers' gameplay so far is they always have such a close second man. And that's helping them get that touch right after every time.
Yeah, they just immediately are able to follow up on the play. Like whether it's a 50, I mean, they go for lots of 50. They like to keep the ball close. So when you have that close second man, dude, just immediately able to follow up on it. That helps them keep the pressure for so long, especially when the Buffalo have been so starved and haven't had much of a chance. This time they might get punished for it. That's two players that go for the shot at once, but I mean, they don't get punished for it right here. I mean, they just immediately get back into defense. They immediately start rotating, and the third man just shuts it down any counterattack right away. Lumity looking for a bit of a double here. Actually going to maybe be a chance for the other team. Jaws shuts it down immediately. No momentum on that. Swish is going to have a full pitch and full tank of boost here to try a solo play. Opts just go for the ground play and does get shot down almost immediately. Newt throws in a fake challenge, maybe two. Sleeve is looking for a play. Headed for a bump. It's going to be Swish used the last of his boost to get a clear out. Jaws is going to go for the Psycho. Hello, who is this guy? And fortunately, doesn't find a way to through this time. Lumity trying to keep it out. There's a lot of pressure this time. Maulers had two players over center out there. It's not going to be on. It's just going to go wide. But Jaws is a bit of a mistouch. That's all three players together had to commit for one ball just to get it out. It's off the corner. BLT looking for a pass and swoosh. So quick to the challenge. Finds the bottom of the net and finds the lead in this game once again. And they have been on a steamroll since the last game.
100%. They're proving that Goliath can bleed. I mean, he definitely did not think that he was going to be trying to shoot that, or maybe he didn't even think there was a person there. But Swish was there, got a crazy angle, put that in the net. BLT gets another one, and they're up 2-0, which is the best lead I think they've had the entire series.
I think they were. Maybe they were. I don't remember. I was gonna say they're up 3-1, but they weren't. Yeah, this is the best lead they've had. Good call on that. Yeah.
I mean, even if it was 3-1, it was still tied with the best lead.
Yeah, you're right. You're
So
right.
like, still.
Yeah, this is the best lead they've had. You're right. And it's I don't even know what happened out there. They just a bit of an overcommand, a bit of a miscommunication. Mauler's defense is breaking down. They might have a chance here. Sleeve does find one back, plays it low this time. Bit of a mind game. I actually almost watched this one back. It's flying high. It looks like a quick shot's going to come, and instead he plays it slow and just puts it low. And Newt was not ready for that. Also had no boost. So he couldn't really challenge early. Very smart play by Sleep Dog to get them back into the series. That might have been their best lead of the series, but it is immediately gone. So they got to find more. They got to find one more. Well, I guess they don't have to find one more, but I mean, honestly, they've really cleaned up their defense in this last game here. I mean, it felt like every single time the Maulers were on the offense, the first and second game, they were at least finding chances. This game, Buffalo have been shutting it down.
Yeah, 100%. They're really improved on the counterattack, especially. Every time they get it clear now, it's not just rolling right back in front of their net and have to get a miracle save. They're getting a lot of passes out and having a closer second man to follow the way the Ballers have had. And I've noticed a little bit more boost grabs, which is fantastic for them because, anything is better than when they kept having 0 boost and on defense for 2 minutes straight.
Yeah.
So, as we see, Jaws gets a freebie here. Tries to hit it off ceiling, gets it past one. Swish is there. Gets dunked by Lumity. Sleep Dog try to get the shot. It's over one. And he gets thrown off the backboard. No one there to take the shot quite yet. Gets 50'd. Awkward spot for Swish as it gets dropped right off the crossbar. Newt with the hard clear gives him some breathing room. And now the Maulers are on defense. BLT almost gets the bump to secure the goal from Newt. And it gets 50 back towards his side. Newt, last man back. Tries to get it past one, does. Sleep Dog fakes him out there. And this duo of Sleep Dog and Lumity have been dangerous. I do not like being on the other end of that.
Yeah, they have such high octane offense. Really, they're willing to just jump up in the air and see what happens. I really like that in Rising Star. High flying offense is not something we see from every single player in Rising Star. And honestly, the defense is not as good as it could be in Rising Star. So abusing that high octane offense and just throwing balls high, keeping it high is such a valuable asset. And they might get another chance here. It's going to go top right of the net, but a beautiful save by Swish. It's still dangerous. Sleep is looking for the back shot. Just barely goes wide.
The what?
Back shot. Oh, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. Carl mentioned. Newt looking for the shot. Sleep Dog bringing it out of his half. Brought over. It's going to be a high-flying ball, but Swish is so confident. Almost gets dunked by Jaws, but doesn't care. 1v3. He finds the back of the net. Swish doing all the work. 4 saves this game. He's already got a total of 700 points this game. And Swish, seriously, being the player just to step up and dominate like we all thought he would.
100%. I don't know if he had the stream open or what, but he is on one. I mean, what does he have? 4 or 5 goals in the last 2 games? Leading the charge for this potential reverse sweep as there's 15 seconds left. Not a lot of time for the Maulers to stop the bleeding. They do try to get one. Gets hard clear by BLT. That might be just enough time to stop him. Swish gets a hat trick in game 4.
Yes, Swish is just on a frenzy or on a tear right now. I mean, I feel like anytime, now looking at him, 100% goal participation, 3 for 3 with 4 saves and an assist. I mean, those are monster stats that we're seeing from Swish, and he is just pressing the attack more and more. I mean, this game went from, them losing to them keeping it close to, them barely winning to now dominating. I mean, this is a trend. This is a trend that we were not expecting, and they're leading the charge for the reverse sweep going into game 5 now. And now I don't know what to say. I mean, I'm lost. I swear, Maulers looked so in control of the series, and they let go of the reign for a second, and Buffalo have sweeped in and taking control back in the series. Now we're going into game 5. I would say Buffalo are looking good for this game 5, but it's game
Yeah.
5.
You have to kind of do a
pressure's
mental
off of
check.
both teams.
You gotta do
Yeah.
a mental check as the Maulers. I mean, you were up 2-0. You probably let off the gas a little bit, thinking, this is gonna be a cakewalk. And now you have to think like, what went wrong? Did they adapt to us? Did we really just stop trying? Did we go back to what was working game 1 or 2, or did they just start countering it? Like what changed? And why are we suddenly getting beat 4-1? Why is Swish dropping 3 goals on us? There's so much to go through. Or you could just push all that to the side and say, hey, we're just playing a best of 1 now. Let's just win this, get out of here. It could go either way. It kind of just depends player to player, and I guess we'll see how this game goes and see how they adapt.
Yeah, hopping in ranked. We got one game of ranked. It's not game 5. And Maulers, if they had that feeling in their gut that they're going to reverse swept, they need to get it out right now. We're going to game 5. And honestly, I know exactly how Buffalo feel right now. In the start, when you got to lead the reverse sweep, the nerves are gone. You just got to play your game. But now that you actually have a chance for the reverse sweep, like it's actually like a possibility. It's like, wait, this is actually happening right now? Honestly, the nerves kind of flip, and it's Maulers who honestly might have less nerves all of a sudden. Buffalo, who are now back in control of the series, who might be feeling the nerves. But I guess only time will tell. Game 5, it's almost looking like a goal immediately, but it does get shut down by Lumity. Lumity trying to find a way out of this half. It is a high-flying ball. Sleep is the only one with boost, really. Just find it into the corner. It's a double commit on defense. New just barely goes in wide. BLT overcommits. Swish is going to have to shut it down immediately, which he does. Finding the backboard. Lumity just throws it back into the corner. Off the corner, Newt is trying to get a touch, but Lumity does shut it down immediately. Does get one more for his trouble. Swish did miss that boost. Going to go back for it. Sleep, no boost, but the other team does not know that. Just challenged immediately. He's getting some back shots. Hello, community stream. Calm down.
Oh my goodness, as Swish throws at the back wall. It's there again. Swish tries to clear it. And like you said, the nerves could be flipped. I mean, I always say the hardest game to win is match point. It doesn't really matter. Game 1, you get a little bit of awkwardness. You're trying to read out the other team. Game 5, both teams are just tweaking. They're just trying to figure out, like, how can we just close out this series? And especially in a reverse sweep situation, I know that both these teams are probably just shaking in between goals. Like, the adrenaline's running. Neither of them wants to make a mistake. As we see, potential double commit, but Newt gets it past 1. Tries to get another touch. A little bit of awkwardness. Almost own goals. BLT's up already. Tries to get the double tap. Can't quite get it because Lumity's there. Swish throws it to mid. Sleepdog with the 50. Can Newt get here to save the ball? A little bit of awkwardness as Jaws takes advantage of the situation. Basically gets an open net.
Wow, this looks exactly like game 1 and 2, where it was a mistake from the Buffalo and it immediately gets capitalized. Jaws is just there. He's just ready for the miss and just immediately goes up. That might have been the longest we've gone without a goal, 2 minutes. And it's Maulers to go up in the series. It's been a while since we've seen them have a lead, and now they're back in the driver's seat. It doesn't look like a crazy shot here. Lumity off his own post keeps it wide. Jaws might do some defense here. Does manage to stall Swish for a second. Gets his teammate time to get back to that. Sleep just keeping the ball close. Does get off him. Going high and fly. Jaws is trying to solo play. That's one touch off the ceiling. It's going to go into the goal, but Swish there for defense again. Lumity, bit of a heavy touch. Finds his way to Swish's net. He's going to air dribble it down the whole field. It's open. And Swish leading the charge again for his team. Manages to tie this one up halfway through the game.
I mean, no disrespect to the other players, but it truly feels like whichever one of Swish or Lumity is peaking more is kind of the main driver for the team. It's kind of the decider, the X factor even. It just feels like if Swish is on, they're winning. If Lumity's on, they're winning. And so far, I mean, we just watched that awesome goal. Basically had an open net 'cause he air dribbled it over all of them. But now Newt with the clear. Lumity tries to pass it over to Jaws. Jaws pops it mid. No one quite there yet. Swish pops it into the corner. And Lumity gets a little bit of an awkward touch. Gets 50. BLT is there. Will he get it past 1? He gets it. Gets past mid. Newt there to clean it up. Gives the Buffalo a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, someone had to challenge this, and it was Sleepdog. He had to touch that, but it just was not the touch he needed. Went right to Newt's hand, and Jaws with no boost. Almost the entirety of the Monster had no boost, and they get immediately punished for it. 2 minutes left here. They got a call back right now. Back left kickoff. Does give Jaws the ball. He passes it to Newton. It's going to be an open net miss, but leaving Swish on deep. Oh my, Swish just goes as last. That was extremely ballsy, but they might have needed that. It's a big clear down the field. Jaws just needs to secure the open net. He just plays it around him, actually. But BLT will be happily just clear that out. It seems like maybe a chance gone by, and they're going to want that one back. They're trying to keep offense to your sleeve, trying to find a mid here. Swish clears it out. Jaws there to meet. Bit of a 50. Trying to get back around here. Lumini throws it mid. It's just going to be a bouncing ball. It's a demo swish. The last player again. An incredible save. It's going to be another shot. Shut down this time by BLT, and Swish clears it out. No boost. They're trying to find a way. Lumini, no boost. Is going to run into the corner here. Throws it into the corner. It's over Jaws. That's time that they need. They still have a minute to find this counterattack. Sleeve to Jaws. Jaws to the sidewall. BLT is going to leave it for a teammate. Does get demoed. Maybe a chance here. Lumini gets shut down again by Swish. Swish is everywhere for this team. It's off the ceiling. Keeps looking for a flipper set. Just gets it down the field to a teammate. Lumini has an awkward touch. Swish actually gets his boost on. This might be a chance here, but it does get the ball immediately away to Newt. Newt finds the backboard. Might be a chance. Lumini pops it wide, and Swish keeping the, his neck. He's trying to choke him out, trying to keep all the air, and Jaws trying to break out of his half. No teammate in mid. It's just going to be Newt, and we're back in this back and forth. They need a goal now.
100%. And oh my gosh, the ego challenge off ceiling might come back to bite him. Sleep Dog's already up, hits it to the side. Unfortunately, no one on Buffalo having boost, but Swish puts him in an awkward spot. They kill the one guy with boost, and they tie it up with just under 30 seconds remaining.
It was so awkward for Newt, and they just decided, you know what? If Swish is going to save everything, we're just going to take him out of the equation, and Control-Alt-Delete, he's gone. Going into the last 30 seconds here, it's tie game. Anyone can win it. It's going to be the first possession for BLT. He gets one solid touch off the wall. Bit of a, oh my goodness, what an early challenge. I think by Sleep Dog off his own, corner. That was a bit dangerous. Swish being shut down here. This is a Baller's offense. This is the pressure we've seen all game. It's going fly high. Lumini looking for the double tap. He has a chance. He hits it. It's in. Lumini, the hero that the Ballers needed. Last second of the game, or last 10 seconds of the game, slams it into the backboard and immediately doubles it. Nobody able to put a hand up. Swish had to just be left watching. 10 seconds left to keep themselves in the series and keep the reverse sweep alive.
I mean, it's do or die at this point. The ball gets sent towards middle. Someone tries to get there, can't quite get it. BLT hits it to the right side. It's slow, 3 seconds left, and it gets bounced down. Oh, Sleep Dog keeps it up and gets fake off, and Maulers win it in 5. That was a fantastic series.
It couldn't have been closer. I mean, it looked like Maulers were gonna just cruise through this match without any problems, and then Buffalo really just stepped up out of nowhere. And I had to give my props to Swish again. I was, doubting him in the first 2 games, but he seriously woke up and started swinging. And Maulers are the ones to stay strong. Like you said, it was who was going to pop off. And that last 10 seconds, it was Lumini who had the ice, who, took it up to the, to the heavens and just struck down Judgment. And that was beautiful. And, that's all we have for this series. We'll. What do we have next?
After this, we have Rochester versus Duluth Challenger. So it's going to be a heater. So we're going to have to go since we're a little bit behind time. But yeah, this was awesome, Game 5. And we'll see you next week. Hopefully.
No. We have one more game. We have one more game. More game.
We'll see
Yeah,
you.
no,
Me
you're
and
good.
Zoms
Don't go
together,
anywhere.
we'll see you.
Don't go anywhere. We have one more game this night. And yeah, we got one more game. It is a Challenger game, so a bit of losers over there in Challenger. But we got one more game of High Octane Rocket League. Thank you for joining for Rising Star. And we'll just be back in a second. Hello, hello, MCS community. We are back, and we are done with Rising Star. We are hopping straight into Challenger. This is a bit of a monster mashup. We got the MVP busy in his squad. The goats Rochester versus some of the other titans in the league, in my opinion, Duluth Superiors. And I'm joined here with Jaws. We're gonna straight into this one. Not gonna wait any longer. And yeah, we have way too many people on that one team. What is going on? They're trying to figure this stuff out. What is happening? Anyways, we're gonna jump straight into it. Jaws, do you want to do a quick prediction with me?
I mean, I think Rochester's gonna take it if I'm honest. I'm not in the match though, so I should probably do that.
Yeah, so you might need to get in the match. Honestly, I think Rochester is a super fair bet. Just
I'm already in. It's okay.
So I think Rochester has a very fair chance to win this, just simply because they are literally the major winners. They just came off a great win, and they're looking just to bring that through the rest of the season. And they've just been looking so clean lately. So
I mean, they are riding like the high of their major win. I'm not sure if they've played any of their other matches for this coming week or not. They have. Okay. So they're still obviously like riding that high. Like they have yet to lose in a while. Oh, it seems they played Omaha. They won them in 5, so they're still winning. They're still going hot. I mean, they're not starting hot, but I feel like that's kind of usual for Rochester sometimes.
Yeah, and Duluth are no joke themselves. This was a team that, going into the season, a lot of people, had as that S tier team. And we haven't quite seen that from them yet. I think they can be. This is, 3 players on this team who are just super solid. And, if they show up on any given day, this is one of the teams to beat. This time, Busy just going to find the back of the net. Bob might have had a bit of a misread in the corner, and Busy happy to collect this one. And, to tie up the game. Got 4 minutes left in this one, and is haven't seen too much, consistent pressure from our other team. We're just getting into this one, but 1 minute down in this game, and they've already tied it up.
Yeah, I mean Rochester will take those goals all day. Like they have no qualms about that. Easy. Hopefully Bob is still waking up a little bit. Might have just had a little misread in the corner. They happen. Sometimes the ball has a mind of its own, but I mean both of the teams are looking pretty decent right now. As DJ takes his ball into the corner. Busy clears it out. Everyone's it seems like they're kind of just feeling each other out right now. Like nothing absolutely crazy is going on. They're just, taking blows and shots. And then as I say that, Busy puts another one in the back of the net.
Yeah, Busy just looking so solid right now. I mean, he's getting a chance. He finally got a solo play, and Busy is a ones grounder. He's going to get that chance, and he just sees Bob challenging, early, and just immediately slaps into the net. That's 101 from the midfield, and that's a shot that, he's just so used to scoring, and Busy really showing off his, why he's the MVP from last major. And Shega maybe getting another chance here. Bob, just a crazy save, manages to squeeze it out from his own post. There's going to be continued offense here. Kalster's just trying to relieve that pressure. Air dribbling it all the way out. Shega's just taking his time. That's going to be a bit of a shot. DJ does get saved away by Shega. Maybe an infield pass to Bob. Bob opts to go for the backboard. Main finds a double, but just goes wide. And DJ trying to keep the pressure. Going to roll it up. That's 2 players from the Rochester. Bit of an overcommit. Blow, so solid as that last man, manages to get them out of that, and they're out of the pressure, and that maybe needed to be a bit more solid of a chance by Duluth.
Yeah, like you would like to see them put another ball in the net just to not fall too far behind here. Like they seem to be spreading themselves a little thin. Like Bob's constantly being stuck as the 3rd man back. You kind of want them to rotate that a little bit better. Get them involved a little bit more on the offense. He had that shot, but it went a little wide. Again, I still think they're feeling each other out. We're still getting into the big part of this game. Bob missing a net there, but that's what happens when you have no boost sometimes.
No, I don't know why I just realized this, but we never even finished our prediction.
I still think Rochester's going to take it. I mean, like, it's hard to count on a team with Kalster on it. But I'm gonna take Rochester.
Yeah, I don't know why I just thought about that.
In 4.
Yeah, I'm actually saying Rochester sweep, but I might be a little bit biased. This Rochester team has been looking so freaking good. Like they're so confident, and they have 3 players on their team. Busy, Shega, Flow. They were just all superstars in my eyes. They all have the potential to pop off. They all they have great communication. They just I don't know. There's just such a solid team. Now, DJ trying to prove me wrong. Great shot on the top of the shelf right there, trying to shut me up immediately, and bit of an overcommit right there. 2 players just diving into the corner senselessly, and Busy left all alone on the defense and immediately punished. Maybe a bit of a caster curse on me.
It's possible. I mean, caster curses do exist. It does seem that Rochester's been kind of low on the boost for that whole offensive attack. So this might be something that they're trying to get to do. I mean, I think if they can succeed and make sure Rochester doesn't have any boost, especially on defense, they could win this game very easily. So if they can keep that up. I mean, as we see, like, they're still continuing their offense, it seems like. Tashega and Busy take it over into the other side, but it doesn't seem like much is coming from the Rochester offense right now. Like, all of their goals have been on Bob being back and just having a bad challenge on a 1, and just another misplay in the corner. So right now we need to see something from Rochester that shows that they can actually, like, stretch them out and put good shots on net and not just 1v1s and such.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, this might be a chance. Oh, no!
I mean, we got Calster.
He had so much time on this one. He didn't realize Calster had basically no boost, I'm pretty sure here. Yeah, he actually had no momentum. This wasn't on net, but in flow, wait, was he bumped? I couldn't quite see that. I think it looked like he had a lot of time, but maybe he was bumped into that. Either way, Calster taking the lead in this one late in the game, and they're going to happily take that flow. Just going to immediately challenge. They got to get pressure going right here, right now. It's into the corner. Flow just going to pass it up for Busy. Busy goes missing. Crucial point of the game here. Flow does get demoed for his troubles. Calster's going to throw it on net. It's going to be high. It's a tough read. What a save by Busy. Defensive merchant. He got his guard up. This might be a chance now. DJ all alone on defense manages to slice through and keep his team safe. DJ looking for a pass of his own. Doesn't manage to find anything, but he doesn't need one. They just need to keep offense here. You can't get scored on if you're on the offensive end. Busy maybe has a chance here. Calster immediately shuts it down in the corner. He's going to put it into the ground. It does bounce up somehow. Chega takes the time. Passes it to Busy. Busy looking for the shot. It's 2 players up. There's Bob, and it's still alive. DJ getting shut down by Flow. It's high and wide. Bob just going to put it down to the dirt, but Chega's there to make the shot. It's going to go way high. DJ going to throw it to the corner.
Clears it out.
Down.
There we go.
Oh. It looked like they might have a bit of a chance there, but Duluth confidently just stay strong, and oh my, it looked like they had a chance there, but Rochester just went missing that last chance they had, and going into the rest of the series, Duluth are already have a foothold. They're already in the lead. They're leading the charge, and I mean, my prediction's already wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I still have a chance. I mean, if Rochester sweeps from this point, I could be right with them getting into 4. But if Duluth continues to take this, I'm not going to be upset either way. I think Duluth again was playing super tight after they got they were getting beat deep, and they were getting put in these awkward situations right after they got out of that, and they were just able to keep up their offensive pressure. They were able to keep stealing the boost, making sure Rochester couldn't really do those counterattacks. And then they just carried it on from there. So we'll see if they can continue doing that into the next game.
Yeah, they really did a good job. Earlier in that game, like you said before, their third man was caught lacking a lot, and I think just simply not putting that third man in that position as often just helped them, thrive in the series. I mean, they really took hold of the reins and just took charge right there, and it honestly looked like it was going to start spiraling out of control, but. Once they settled, it seemed like their second man positioning got a lot more solid. They started keeping the challenges a lot more confidently, and they didn't just give, Rochester a bunch of free chances. It really looked like they pulled it together. Now, exactly. Rochester are going to try to get this one back, though. They're not happy about losing this one. They may have a chance here, immediately into offense here, and Shaka getting a bit of demo, but does immediately lose all the pressure. DJ looking for a bit of a play of his own, looking for a bump. Almost finds Busy. Heroics on the goal line. Manages to keep it out. Bob! Close range double or redirect. Almost finds it. DJ just throws it into the corner. Kind of just going to... the pressure's going to dissolve, but Calster is actually just going to stay on, being that pest that they need, and just makes it so awkward for them. Bob trying to make something special of his own. Bit of a double commit, but the ball does at least go flying. DJ's just going to throw into his corner, and, they're staying safe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, Duluth is. It seems like they're kind of picking up where they left off. Like their offensive pressure has been very tight. They're not letting Rochester just be however they want to be on the ball. They're keeping them in their own half. They're keeping them low on boost. So if they can keep this up, that would be outstanding for Duluth. Like they're again, like if it sounds pretty dumb to say, but if Rochester can't get any boost and can't get out of their half, they're not going to win this game. So I think Rochester is going to feel it out a little bit better. Like they kind of obviously they didn't get like reverse swept or anything, but they let Duluth back in that game, and we're going to see if maybe they can pull something out this time.
Yeah, even this right here, they finally had some pressure going, and Calster immediately relieves it all with a demo on Flo, and it just seems like their pressure is non-existent. I feel like each time they go on offense, I mean, this time Flo might have had a chance, but he had no boost. He couldn't keep it going. Busy trying to just keep it control in his corner, but immediately gets shut down again. Flo goes missing this time, but Shega's going to be there to clean it up, just going to pressure.
Open.
DJ's going to have a shot here, and they're just squeezing the life out of Rochester. They don't even have a chance to start, and no boost, no ball touches. I mean, eventually the ball is just going to go too high where you can't jump up, and DJ slots it in confidently for the first goal of the series and a lead.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like DJ, Bob, they're getting these demos at the perfect time. They're taking this boost at great times as well. Like Rochester can't really do anything, and anytime they get on offense, there's either like a third man back demo when someone's rotating through for Duluth, or they don't have any boost to do anything, and then they can't capitalize. So wait, we have a moment here. There we go. Let's see. Like Rochester needs to continue to do stuff like this. Like they got two people to commit on that play. Bob had no boost, and then Calcer was was awkward after that touch. So if they need to find something to work out like that. I would say that's the first Rochester goal we've had so far, where they actually, I guess, put in work for the goal. Like there was multiple things happening that led to them. It wasn't just a miss, and it wasn't just a 1v1 win. So
yeah, I actually kind of agree with that. I will say, individually, Rochester have not been playing to par with how they usually do. And right there, Shega really just step up and does an amazing solo play, gives Busy basically an open net. And then there was also a bump coming in from Flo, which just opened up the gateways even more. And yeah, find their first goal in this game, and really found their footing back. It looked like they're maybe letting it slip, but oh my, look at this pass back.
That's good pass play.
Shega does manage to outplay what there's advancement. Busy just couldn't get around it, could not read the play. And Flo is going to have to pick up the pieces. Does just kind of get the ball back, but no one's going for the ball on either side. Busy just kind of roll into his lap here. Outplays two. It's going to be a free double from Shega. Shega just barely goes wide. Busy's going to be there for the cleanup. It also is too high. Open nets are just a curse for Rochester, and they're going to get punished for it unless they score right here. They aren't keeping pressure. They need to find a way right now. The accuracy is what has been their poison this series, and Duluth have not been lacking the accuracy, and Rochester, it's just going to be two completely free chances that they're going to miss.
Yeah, like they had many significant opportunities there to go ahead in this game, and they just didn't capitalize on a single one of them. So you wonder if maybe they're still like waking up. They're still trying to like warm up into this game. Obviously, we don't know how they warmed up beforehand. Like maybe someone got on a little late, but they've got to figure out how to get these shots into the back of the net. Otherwise, I mean, Duluth, I'm gonna be honest, Duluth looked very shaky on defense right there, as Duluth almost scores another goal. But like the defensive rotations from Duluth there were not good. It was just Rochester missing shots. So like right now this series could still definitely go either way. Like if Duluth doesn't clean up their defense and then Rochester starts hitting their shots, it's very well over for them. None of that defensive. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think, but I will say, I think, hitting your shots is a lot easier than cleaning up your defense. And Calster also has a bit of a miss, but DJ, that's good rotation right there, just able to, quickly get that goal back. But I really think, hitting shots is a lot easier than, like, on the fly than cleaning up entire defensive rotations.
Definitely.
And I think if they managed to do that, then honestly, they would have been, at the very least, either tied or winning the series. And now to be once again the last 30 seconds of this match in the back seat of this vehicle. I mean, they're not in a good spot here. They need to break out of their half right now, and now they're being trapped again. They might have a chance here. Busy just gets shut down immediately by Calster. It's going to be flying high. Flo just puts it into his own backboard. It's going to be Busy actually gets bumped off by Shega. Shega maybe looking for a pass, but Calster's going to be the first one to meet him, but it does go missing. Bob just is happy to clear it down. Calster going to take a nice shot. Flow, clutch defense. They need more, though. Bob is just going to keep it in the corner here. They need to find a way out right now. 5 seconds. The time is dwindling down. Shega needs to make some magic happen. He has no boost. Bob recognizes that. Just going to opt to make it super awkward. Busy. DJ's going to try putting in the dirt. Busy couldn't get under it enough, and they're looking at a potential sweep from Duluth. Not a single person in the house was expecting this, but Duluth are charging down the fronts of Rochester and are seriously making a fool out of me. And I think I just
You
had
and me
it
both.
backwards. I think I just had it backwards.
Maybe it might just be a clean sweep for Duluth. Again, any other set of circumstances throughout either of these games, and these games could have gone the other way. Like I've not seen Duluth's offense has been very good. It's been very like constricting. They've been doing a very good job at keeping the boost low for Rochester. But again, like that Duluth defense was very shaky. If Rochester gets the chances and actually capitalizes on the 6 shots they had, right? They only got 1 goal out of 6 shots. Then this goes in a completely different way. I think, maybe they might need to change something up. Like even when they were trying to get that, I mean, and I know you're down, you're at the last little bit of time, so you have to send everyone, but their two guys were on the Duluth side of the field, and they left Flo back with no boost, and they almost got scored on again. So they need to communicate a little better. I think there was that bump in the middle of the field, pass to each other, maybe get some stuff going.
Yeah. Also, double commits. We've seen a lot of
Yes.
messy, communication, I'm guessing. And they need to clean that up right now. They're backed into a corner. They don't have any more options. They have to figure it out right now. And I think, we saw the similar situation last game in your series, actually, and where a team, very capable of their own right, have to find their way back in the series. But, the pressure's off them now. You're already basically, up against it. That's a crazy play by Stega
Great
to
shot.
start this off. Finally, they find themselves a lead. They haven't been in the lead since game 1. This has got to be just feel good. And from the corner, what an amazing close range redirect into the middle of the net. That had some pace on it too. No chance saving that one. And Shega in game 3 looking alive, trying to pull his team back into the series.
Again, just and then Calster just turns it around right away, like right off the kickoff. So we're back to 0-0 with 4 minutes and 42 seconds left. I do want to say for that Shega goal, again, it was just DJ not reading that ball in the corner correctly and them getting another goal off of it. So if that's how they want to keep winning these games, that's fine, but don't expect to win off of that all of the time. But I think Rochester has a chance here. Again, like you said, like most of the pressure is on Duluth right now. Like it could go either way. It depends on how you're feeling it. This is the team that just won majors. So like they could be feeling the pressure. They don't want to lose any games because they won the major and everything. But Duluth also doesn't want to get reverse swept. So it could go either way. So we'll see who comes out here. But as you see, like the entire Rochester team has no boost. Right? There's like 20 boost between the entire end.
My.
There's a sick redirect from Bob into the goal.
That was
like
just disgusting.
Rochester just seems out of it or something. Like I'm watching as best as I can.
Man.
Duluth is doing a great job stealing the boost. So if that's something Rochester maybe needs to prioritize, we'll see. Maybe they make some adjustments mid-game.
They don't have time though. They really don't have.
Exactly.
They need to find that extra gear that we all know they have that extra gear in them. They need to find it right now though. They need to shift up right now. And if you take any more time, you're out. You're out of time. You're completely out of that time. And Shega trying to be the one to lead the charge, looking for a double, but Bob having none of it, looking for a crazy double read this time. Just kind of rolls, takes close to the wall. Shega trying to find a way out in this half. Gives maybe a bit of a dunk. Back to Busy. Busy is the player that I need to step up right now. Busy in the first game was looking alive, but since then he's been sleeping a little bit, and I want to see him wake up. Flo managed to find the ball and maybe some boost, but gets shut down again by Calster. Busy throws it into the corner. Flo shutting it down. Shega just trying to find a way out of his half again, but immediately lets it up, and Bob, it's flying towards the net, but Busy is at least there to close it out. Flo relieving pressure, does get a big 50 off Bob, or off Shega, I think it was, and Bob just clears it down again. It seems like the second they can't even get onto offense to have pressure because it's immediately shut out, and Bob just finds the bottom of the net. I don't know what happened here. It just looked like Busy might have been slightly out of position. Flow, not a
Well, yeah.
challenge. Busy is covering high, but if it's rolling low with no boost, he has no chance to dart down to the bottom quickly, and that's a 2-goal advantage from Duluth. Rochester need to find it now.
They do. It's
Oh.
I don't know. I like they just and there comes another one. Like it's 4-1. Like DJ just scores an open net off kickoff. Like it was an awkward kickoff, sure, but I don't think Shega, like Bob was up, but I don't think Bob can put that ball in the net. He doesn't need to go up for that ball there. I don't know. It's hard to say. Like Rochester just seems off their game right now. Like I watched quite a few of their games in the major. They were doing very, very good. Either Duluth has just maybe been the answer to Rochester this whole time, or Rochester's just having an off night. It's a possibility.
I would say it's a mix of both. I think Duluth, I don't want to discredit them. They're playing absolutely amazing right now.
Yes.
I mean, even they have some mistakes in their game, but they're not being capitalized. And I think that's the other half of it. I think Duluth are playing extremely well. Yes. I mean, look, they're so confident to even go for that. I mean, but Rochester on the other side of it have just not been looking themselves in this game. I mean, we've seen what they could do in the major. When they had their full roster, I mean, the closest game was game 6, and they still pretty much iced it out. And this at least gives them a chance. 2 goals, 2 minutes. I don't want to count them out yet. Busy, finally having some life in the series, even if this wasn't the most calculated goal I've ever seen in my life. But he does manage to find it, and calculated or not, 2 goals is so doable for high octane players like this. They need to get going right now. I want to see
Especially
something
2
crazy
minutes.
on the kickoff. I want to see something crazy on the kickoff. It does
Crazy
kill the ball
for
flow.
which way? Okay.
They just need possession. Oh,
They
this
do.
might be a chance.
They have,
Calster,
they have an
man.
opportunity here. It's just,
Calster.
I don't know. Like, first off, it seems like Duluth is not respecting any of Rochester on the ball right now. Like, anytime someone on Rochester gets on the ball, Duluth is instantly just like either diving for them or just challenging them right away. And I think it might be throwing Rochester off. They're not getting time to make these kind of like solo plays that they're also good at, or like get these good carries through the midair to make the other team waste their boost or anything. And it's getting so close. They have a chance to counterattack here. It's a good flick, but Calster reads it. He puts it to the corner.
Yeah,
Busy tries to keep the ball in. And then out of their half.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Like, that was almost the greatest goal we've ever seen. Calster is just being so solid right now. I feel like every single time that Rochester are getting going, Calster is just immediately there to shut it down. Busy has a bit of a chance here, does let it get away from him, but maybe Shega's there to beat him, putting it down, but just misses. It's off the backboard, and DJ will happily just carry this over, but he does miss the second touch. It's low. Maybe gets a shot on net here, but it does go wide. They need to keep the pressure here. Busy has no boost. This is not the player that they wanted it to land in the hands of, but he does find a crazy double. Shega pass 2. They just need someone to close the deal, but it's not going to be good enough. Flo just didn't have the angle, and Bob got enough of it to keep it safe. Calster, they're staying in defense here. Duluth, they need to just stay strong here, but it's Rochester keeping the pressure. They have to find a goal soon. Calster finds another clear. No boost, but he's staying on the ball. Busy, it needs to challenge his ball. He does. Calster managed to pick up that boost, so Busy, no boost here. Trying to find a teammate mid. Shega is there. It's going to go off the corner. It's going to be a sharp bounce. Flo gets shot down immediately. It's Bob. Bob is at least bumped up, but it's going to be a shot.
And
it might be the goal to end the series. Bob just brushed off that bump. I mean, I honestly don't know how that wasn't a demo, but Bob is so huge. Bob the huge man throws it in the goal. That's a 3-goal advantage, 30 seconds. Rochester are on life support.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you can't count any team out with 30 seconds left, obviously. But 3 goals down, I don't see them coming back from this. This is probably over. Like that whole offensive attack, like they were doing decent. Rochester was making things happen, and then Flo full sends with no boost as last man back, and it just leads to a giant counterattack. I guess, I get that they have to do something because they're down, but they have to find a better way to do it.
I don't hate them. I don't hate them getting desperate. I think it's just, I don't know. Nothing had been working their whole series. Why not just try diving on, especially when you're down 2 with less than a minute left. It just wasn't enough for Duluth to
It was.
And honestly, Rochester, this might be the first loss we've seen since with their new roster and it's interesting because Duluth have been a team that have been struggling, this series or this entire season. They have not made any changes on their roster. They've believed the whole time that they can, get the job done. They've wholeheartedly believed that they are that S tier team. They just need to step up their game and wake up. And this time, I mean, this series, they did look like one of those teams that could really shake up the entire season and the entire bracket, to be honest, and taking down the champs
from the major.
from the major. Yeah, they looked really solid.
I mean, like Duluth just played. I want to say almost super confident that entire game, and that might have been a big reason as to why they got the win. Outside of those 2 goals in that first game, where the misread out of the corner, and then the loss on the 1v1 from Watermelon, not Watermelon, Bob.
Watermelon, man.
No, I wish, but no, Bob. They just played super confident. At the end there, they were pre-jumping, like they were going for fancy shots and everything. They just weren't worried.
Yeah.
And Rochester unfortunately wasn't able to pull anything out to make them respect them.
Yeah.
So
let's just we'll tab into the schedule here just to
Mhm.
see what we've had today. Starting off with, I think it's from the top to bottom. Start off Bemidji and the Miracles. Yeah, I cannot read those scores at all, so my screen might be minimized. Hold on, give me 1 second here. All right, so they started off Bemidji 3-1 against the Miracles. Jungle 3-2ing the Outlaws. And then we saw your team go the distance, shutting down the reverse sweep. And then we just saw us, the first ever Rochester defeat with their new roster, 3-0 from Duluth. Looking super solid out there. Yeah, we're gonna look at the, just real quick, we're gonna look at the standings for Rising Star just to see how everything stacks up after, the first week after the major. And look at that, your team is on top, and Jaws is like getting flashbang.
Ugh.
Well, you're the first seed, and I think is that the,
My team.
I quite literally cannot read it. Is it because of the
My
bonus
team is
point?
so bright. Oh, yes, it's because of the bonus point. We're
Oh, there
we're
it
1
is.
point above of the Chicago Jungle.
Yeah, there it is.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
awesome.
we'll take it. I mean,
Yeah, we got Bloomington in first. We got Chicago in second. We got the Burnsville Inferno in third. We got the Minneapolis Miracles in fourth. Kansas City in fifth. Omaha sixth. St. Paul seventh. My amazing super duper team in eighth. Fargo ninth. And I would say the rest of them, but I literally cannot read them anymore.
ninth was Fargo, 10th was Rochester, 11th Duluth, 12th St. Cloud, 13th Bemidji, 14th Green Bay, 15th Des Moines, and 16th Winnipeg.
Can we just talk? Yeah. Can we talk about I think it was Winnipeg.
Yep.
A lot of people were counting them out, and they actually managed to. I think it was a reverse sweep to get their first win this season. So congrats to them. And who else was in the
Nice.
team?
I think it was Bemidji. Was
Or
Bemidji though?
it might be. I can't. I literally cannot read who's ever on the. It's either Green
I
Bay
know
or
it's
Des Moines.
standing.
It's got to be the Knights.
Yeah,
It's got to
Green
be the
Bay or
Knights.
Des Moines.
Yeah,
Okay.
the Knights also looked like they got their first victory this week. So congrats to them. I literally just didn't know. My bad, y'all.
I don't have the
Yeah,
schedule pulled
amazing.
up. I'm bad.
Amazing. I have
Yeah.
nothing else for tonight. We watched a lot of Rocket League. That was a lot of games. And yeah, anything else you want to say, Joss?
Anything else I want to say?
Shout out
No, I
Watermelon
mean,
Man.
Watermelon Man.
Ones
Yep.
in
I
chat.
do have to. I do want to point out though that Lumity was sick today, and he's been
All
dealing with sickness for the
right.
past
Shut
couple
up,
of
Buff.
days. So it could have
All
been
right.
a little closer. I
Buddy,
took the hoodie off. Everything got
played the brightest
better.
game I've ever seen, buddy. You don't understand.
Lumity is insane. I love playing
Buddy.
with Lumity. He's
All
awesome.
right.
But he
All
can
right, the
barely talk
Glazing.
right now.
The teammate
He
Glazing.
could-
Get him out of here.
He could
Shout
barely
out
talk
Brian.
right now.
Shout out Brian. Give me a 1 in the chat, please. I just need 1. All right, we're out of here. We'll catch you next week. Bye.
Adios.